Yeah, I'm super excited. And it looks like we are just getting this party started right now, starting right off at the ship here. And more than likely, we'll see one of the players head down to check the 2 items in Super Metroid and the other head into Link to the Past. But, players can surprise you.
Yeah, don't want to forget the morph ball. Can more often than not be something pretty dang important.
Yeah, with co-op, you just want to cover as much ground as possible, and so you're seeing Elminster head straight down. It looks like Team Stoop's product has elected not to check the items in Super Metroid. Just going to gamble that there's nothing there, which is another reasonable thing to do. There's more items in Link to the Past. It looks like right off the bat, we found some bombs in the sanctuary, so that's really helpful for traversing through Kakariko, which it looks like Jet's on the way to do. Cross-product finding some super missiles early on, so super missiles definitely good there.
Really helpful to, blow up all the walls. Collect all the early items that you need to find.
And only 10 arrows and a piece of heart for Elminster, so he's going to go ahead and reset here. Did find 20 rupees as the prize pack out of the tree at tier 3, because you do start with tier 3 tree pulls.
And some more bombs. Not a very exciting seed to start out.
Well, those bombs are definitely helpful, and we do see that the crabs give bombs. Looks like Giselle got a bunch of bombs herself, so really nice to just get those early so that you can clear as much as possible, because that's the only weapon we have right now, and we may not find one for a while.
Checking the Ganon cave, and it is power bombs.
Power bombs are one of those interesting items where, like, you really want to make sure you're getting a power bomb pack, because there's only one Super Metroid morph bombs in the game, and like having power bombs is a resource that's really important, and sometimes you have to do a lot of work to get it. Ooh. One of my favorite items, and I know a lot of these players' favorite items, because high jump has such a huge impact on the game in Super Metroid. Like
early as well.
Mm-hmm. It's quite the hype item.
Heart container and library.
That's actually kind of an interesting thing in combo rando, is that you don't get as much health because you're checking and splitting up the work and stuff like that. Oh, we got Cross talking to oh man. Talking to himself in the tavern. He wrote a lot of the jokes that guy says, and it's randomized every game. Man, we're seeing a lot of items here. We got silvers in the tavern. We got a cape in Blind's house. Some good stuff.
And the ever-popular red rupees, which we'll be seeing a lot of this run.
There's a baby shield in the chicken house. We got Elminster checking out Mini Moldworm Cave with the full stock on bombs. Should be pretty reasonable clear here. 5 more items. It's good to split up the work like that.
These Moldworms, though, can be quite annoying sometimes. Don't always like to cooperate with you.
No, but Elminster just did a great job there.
Ooh, the flute in Moldworm Cave.
That's huge. That means Elminster can go activate that when he goes to Kakariko to get the... high jump's kind of close to Kakariko, and then his silvers, and maybe buy some flippers from the bottle vendor. Wow.
No flipperless needed today. We have Elm going to check Ice Rod Cave now. Just, double check to make sure there's no key item hiding out.
Yeah, definitely good in co-op in particular to to do all these out-of-the-way checks and try to route them in efficiently. Because, you know, if you find something big for your team and the other team doesn't check it at all, then that's a benefit for both of you on the team, which can pull you even further ahead.
Yeah, it can be a huge time save. Just a hot container, though.
All right, so if that flute does open up the ability to go up and peek at some of the stuff on Death Mountain. If they're bold, they can do the dark room to save the old man, but that would be out of logic because you definitely need the lamp in order to acquire that logically. But crossproduct is going for a pretty good density play over to Sahasrahla and Eastern Palace.
Yeah, we're still really waiting for the runners to find some items to like unlock a lot more of the map at the moment.
I believe we did see a map check there from crossproduct. There is a green pendant up in Hera, and Desert was a 5/6 crystal, so, and Eastern just another crystal. So pretty interesting light world here.
Not much to be found in the Sahasrahla cave. We did get a power bomb pickup, which will probably be helpful back in Super Metroid.
Yeah, until we get Morph, it's not super useful, but players are gonna definitely want to keep track of their super missile and power bomb counts, because, you know, having enough of those to be able to beat some of the bosses in the game is pretty important, because you may not be guaranteed to find charge beam in a convenient place. You may not find those morph bombs. So having about 15 power bombs is perfect to get you through the Metroid rooms at the end of the game. You definitely want as many as you can early on so you don't have to farm too much.
Yeah, both teams now having the flute, so they both have access to Death Mountain.
Giselle barely making it through that mini Moldorm cave with the last bomb.
So you got Cross already checking Pod. Sorry, Eastern Palace.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a flute activation from Jet here. Probably gonna head up the mountain. Giselle making good use of the flippers here, checking to see that reserve on Lake Hylia Island. Going to be heading up to the hobo. Has to be really careful with health here.
Cross picking up the excellent red boomerang.
Well, that red boomerang may actually be kind of interesting because it does let you hit like crystal switches and stuff. So if you do get access to Tower of Hera, that's maybe not the worst thing.
It is our first range attack for the run, so who knows? Might actually come in handy.
Well, that plasma might be another big range attack item that we just picked up over at the hobo. That is really nice.
Early plasma is super useful for Super Metroid, especially if you can pick up charge beam with it. It really trivializes a lot of the bosses.
Absolutely. Just a piece of heart in the big chest there in Eastern, but we still have one more item. It could be at Armos. Looks like Cross is gonna go brave the dark rooms.
They'll checking one right now.
Yeah, this is definitely a good check. Hook shot. Whoa!
That is, and more full. Wow, that is like massive.
That is enormous. I think we're gonna be seeing Elminster heading there immediately. And I think they can easily start splitting up the games. Start checking a bunch of stuff in both games.
Easily allowing Red Team to just scour through all of Super Metroid now. Especially with some powerbomb pickups, they can grab most of the items in Super Metroid at this point.
Jet grabbing the plasma there. Elm picking up his hook shot and morph ball. I think Giselle is going to go activate the flute and head up the mountain with that hook shot because that's going to give access to East Death Mountain, which has a treasure trove of items. Meanwhile, Elminster can head into Super Metroid if he likes. We'll see where he decides to end up going. Oh, gonna go up the mountain anyways. I guess this is not a bad play. Maybe, I don't think they've been to Sahasrahla, so they don't have power bombs yet, so that's That's probably why he's
Sunlight.
delaying.
Some might just be activating flute. And then heading over to Super Metroid afterwards. Could happen. Oh, Jet also finding the waterfall cave. Grabbing Morphball and Hookshot.
Probably pretty happy about that. Cross only finding the map in the vanilla big key chest in Eastern, so that means Armos does have an item, so when they get the bow, they can return and retrieve that item along with the crystal. Giselle wisely stocking up on bombs. Definitely need those up on East Death Mountain. Assuming that's where she's going. She kind of dodged the duck there.
Now getting Missile Pack of Old Man, doing the Blind Cave.
And we do have the option to actually jump into Super Metroid up on Death Mountain, because there is a portal that transitions between the two games that heads to Upper Norfair map station.
Yeah, do we think it's more profitable for the runners to jump in from Criteria or Norfair at this point?
Probably Criteria. Once they get those power bombs, there's just so many more items in brinstar, but without any bombs, like, it's a hard sell. But it looks like Elm is gonna just pop in.
Yeah.
He's gonna check the bottom of Business Center here.
The benefit
See that
of
it's a
Norfair
missile.
being that you can just quickly check a lot of items.
Yeah, but with this health, you can't really do too much. You can beat Kraid, you can grab your Spacer Beam, which we already have Plasma, so it's not the greatest in the world. Ooh, grapple. Now, the tricky thing for Elm here is he can't actually go into this high jump room without soft locking, potentially. Like, unless he finds some sort of bombs.
They can do the save to check at least.
That's true.
But seems like Elm does not have any intentions of doing so right now.
Yep, going right back into Link to the Past. I think they really want to try to find some bombs, and I think those power bombs at Sahasrahla are really the ticket to being able to explore Super Metroid thoroughly.
Even something like Vari's suit at this point would allow them to really clear out a lot of Norfair. Ooh, a death from Elminster. Thankfully, only in Link to the Past. Not a huge deal. You're just gonna resume from Mountain Cave, probably.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad. And we got Giselle going into the front of Escape, so this is these are some new checks that we haven't seen yet. Elm heading over to East Death Mountain, where there are 8 items available here. Along with Jet, who's already there, grabbing the first bottle of the game in Paradox Cave.
Players just clearing out dungeons at this point, dungeons and caves, really trying to head to the places with the highest density of items, collect as much as they can.
Yeah, top of Paradox not really paying off. We've got one more item to check in Spiral Cave up here on Death Mountain. Looks like crossproduct is looking at those tree pulls, is my guess. He's trying to go for those tier 3 pulls, which is 80 rupees per pull, so yeah, it's actually pretty strong, pretty lucrative, and he's going for that Zora money. He wants to be able to knock out Zora when he goes to get his morph and his hookshot. Definitely not bad.
So interesting to note that none of our runners really at the moment have any actual weapons to use in Link to the Past. We're kind of just trying to bomb everything to death. I guess the hookshot can hurt some enemies, but yeah, it's like actually pretty difficult for them to deal with a lot of enemies at the moment.
But we're seeing Giselle's vast experience with Link to the Past come into play here. Playing in the tournament that just concluded, you had to potentially go through the escape with bombs, and we can see the expertise pay off here.
Nothing much in Castle Dungeons for Giselle, unfortunately.
Yeah, we did see an E-tank, which I think was our first E-tank of the game. So that's kind of exciting, because that'll, you know, eventually add up to something that they need eventually. But
Yeah, if
hell
we,
runs
if we
are
end
not
up
required.
attempting hell runs,
Yeah.
it might actually come in handy.
Whew. Jet is playing it dangerous here with just half a heart. That's not going to work out,
Oh.
unfortunately.
Looks like Giselle's going to attempt blind escape. Maybe pick up some items.
This is a pretty strong play because she does have the key, the small key there, and so that does gain access to the back of escape since we don't have any gloves yet.
Yeah, those two items could definitely come in handy.
All right, Jet considering Super Metroid, but it looks like he's heading somewhere else. Oh, he needs to get his power bombs over at Sahasrahla, so they're using that information to their advantage. Good thinking. We got a sick kid check.
Just some spare cash.
Giselle down to 1 heart there in the dark room, so gotta clutch this out.
It's gonna be close. Down to half a heart. Unfortunately, doesn't have the red potion. Would actually be quite useful though.
Okay, she managed to find the door. I saw her key get used. So, but I don't know if she's got the chest yet, so I think she's going back for that.
We finally have a run at checking Super Metroid, so it looks like Elm's gonna start clearing up with the, doesn't actually have any power bombs though. Looks like we're just checking Bomb Torizo for now.
Yeah, it's actually pretty limiting if you don't have the power bombs. There's Ether. That's could potentially be useful.
But yeah, without bombs, not a whole lot we can do over in Super Metroid.
Yeah.
Jump boots being a heart piece.
So Elm did not miss out on anything there, but still a good thorough check for Jet.
Ooh, Giselle with the unfortunate death.
Yeah, that is sad, but gonna bail. It's not logically required, so not necessarily something you have to do.
Zora King trading 500 rupees for 20. Good trade, good trade.
That was a lot of farming that crossproduct did there, but you know, he's got what he needs, and they don't have to worry about those things again. It's off the table. So this is good for Elm and Giselle. Elminster is about to pick up those power bombs, and he's gonna be just thrilled to just be able to head to Super Metroid now, because he'll be able to get a lot of stuff there.
Gonna start hard clearing, seeing whatever they can get. Jet heading into Kraid's lair.
Definitely a good idea early on. Check this out. I mean, since you have access to that norfair portal, you can just jump right in, and it looks like cross-product to follow.
Gonna have to clear Kraid at some point anyway, so may as well do it as soon as you gain access.
Only a piece of heart at the Kraid missile. Looks like Cross wants his grapple, which will assist with getting over the moat. You can see him avoid that Spazer because he doesn't want to equip. It'll auto-equip Spazer over Plasma. Elminster now heading to Kraid. It appears. See if Jet gets this quick kill. Meanwhile,
right,
Giselle going. Yeah. Meanwhile, Giselle going to Eastern. I think they both got it. They got this.
I hope so. Alright, attempt number 1.
Oh.
Unfortunately, firing a little too high there. Just missing the quick kill.
All right, nice fast fight, at least recovery, I would say, for Jet, and he's off. We'll see what Varia is. Then we also have Kraid E-Tank, and can also check Spazer item.
More power
Hey,
bombs,
more power.
definitely nice.
I'll save you some farming later, because power bomb management in the early game is extremely important. You gotta be watching your power bomb count, because you can soft lock in places if you don't have the items to get through. Yep.
Super easy to soft lock if you're not really watching your power bomb count. Oh wow!
Just walked
Jet with the
into
death.
mini Kraid. Oh no!
Elm does get the Kraid quick kill.
Very
Also going to be
nicely
grabbing
done.
his extra power bombs. Yeah, that's a major setback for Jet there. Has to spawn all the way back at his ship as well. He might end up just clearing criteria at this point, since he knows the Kraid isn't anything too useful right now.
Yeah,
Although
they
he
don't
didn't get to check the E-Tank.
exactly. That's one thing that's that's gonna be on the back of their minds for a little while. But they might be able to split up the work here and make some progress that way.
No, Jet just heading straight back into Link to the Past. He's had enough, apparently.
Unfortunately, there isn't a lot to actually do in Link to the Past, so I think he's going right back into Norfair and probably up to Kraid again.
Luckily for them, the E-Tank was just 20 rupees, so they didn't actually miss out on much.
What's interesting is with high jump, we can actually climb up Red Tower and head to some of the other locations.
Yeah, we could
maybe head to Wreck Ship.
reverse brinstar, even.
Yeah.
Like,
The
clearing
game-
brinstar at this point would be pretty nice. Although it looks like Cross is just gonna maybe enter brinstar from above. Jet actually just redoing Kraid.
We have to do it, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
it's required, so you might as well get it done.
Oh, the power gloves. Was that Spazer?
Wow.
Yeah, the power gloves in Spazer. Easy sanctuary access now, or escape access, I should say.
It looks like there's a sword in the back of the gauntlet, like the gauntlet missile. So that's going to be something that they will probably want to pick up at some point soon. It may even be required to complete something like Skull Woods or Aghanim, or activate a medallion if that's the only sword available. Could be pretty important.
Like we said earlier, they still don't actually have a weapon, so the sword actually will probably come in handy if they can pick it up. Alright, Jet going for the redemption quick kill.
Here we go. Got him.
Hey, there we go.
Made the death worth it. Treasure trove of items here in Brinstar. We already see a red shield, but nothing too exciting in early supers.
Got Elm about to check power bombs.
I mean, you gotta let that plant have some lunch first. Jet be very deliberate in front of Mini Kraid there. Mini Kraid is no joke. He'll do a lot of
Didn't catch what was behind powers there. We had a quick stream lag. So, not exactly sure what they just picked up.
Man, running through this section with such low health kind of scares me. Elm's at 43 health right now. And was even lower earlier.
We've seen, what, one E-Tank in the whole run that only Gesell's picked up. So a lot of these runners are really, like, very save heavy. If you die in Super Metroid, the time and progress you lose can be huge.
Yeah, we already saw that from Jet, like, coming back all the way to Kraid. Was fairly time consuming. The single arrow. Alright. That beta power bombs there. This is good, though. Jet is about to find those power gloves. It only really unlocks the back of Escape right now, but it is a piece of the puzzle for that Dark World access.
Yeah, once we find Hammer and Pearl, we'll really be able to explore pretty much all of Dark World.
Doesn't look like anything exciting over at Etikun's area. See where Jet decides to go from here. Looks like back to Link to the Past.
Yeah, I mean, most of the runners have kind of hit a dead end in Super Metroid. We really need Varia Suit or like a lot more E-Tanks at this point if we really want to be attempting hell runs.
Giselle pondering saving there, but deciding against it. Has to be really careful with the power bomb count, but will be able to farm if push comes to shove. There's a really good farm place at Kraid E-Tank.
Cross about to
And
do a red brinstar check.
Ooh, yeah, pink brinstar is very, very lucrative. Look at that, green rupee.
Score. Go mode enabled. Let's do it. Ooh, first sword of the run on cross products.
Awesome. So they actually know where Master Sword is if they go to the gauntlet. I don't believe it's in logic right now.
Jet is checking Escape. So we'll see if there's anything useful down here.
He did find a glove. It makes a lot of sense. Super missiles, and just $20.
Not a whole lot. Oh, Elm is actually going to be finding plasma here. I think this is... Oh, yeah, is that their first... I don't think Giselle had found plasma.
I thought she got that.
She might have. I mean, I guess we could, like... we'll find out, right, when she shoots.
Seeing a really cool trick here from Cross. He does have high jump, but he's trying to open this wave gate without actually having wave. If you shoot a super when you're flat against that left wall, then you're able to actually open the gate with a cleverly timed super missile. Yeah, but it gets through this area really quickly. Like, you just get the checks, and then you don't have to worry about coming back. Although, one item that we're going to probably have to worry about, unless we find Speed Booster in the next couple checks, is the waterway.
Yeah, the waterway tends to have you backtracking. It's like the only item in brinstar.
Yeah. The infamous waterway.
I'm about to check the sword here. Up in back end of gauntlet.
We got Giselle getting blocked here by Kraid's hand. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, the runner's not having much luck with Kraid today.
Almost got Kraid down
This
here.
is the super missile. Oh, does he? He might actually have to. Hopefully he's got enough. She's got enough.
13 health.
13 health.
Phew, got a big health drop. Gotta clutch this out.
The pressure is on.
There it is. Nice kill there.
Ooh, so close.
Gets the health bomb. But gonna be able to get some power bombs here, and should be able to reload supers at mini Kraid. So definitely good job.
We might see runners. I mean, like, we're running out of options at this point. We might see them try and just head into Wreck Ship.
Well, with that grapple, it does put it in the logic to be able to head over there and clear some stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, we're running out
definitely
of
think it's a good play. Yeah,
Probably the right direction at this point.
exactly.
Although, yeah, I mean, Fantoon with only, like, maximum 1 E-Tank is gonna be tricky, especially with no charge beam.
That's brutal. Another check that we can make here is X-ray. With such low health, this is very dangerous, and no suits. Like, this is terrifying.
Yeah,
Those spikes are gonna
spikes
do a lot of damage.
lot of damage, yeah.
But if you just stay kind of clung to the ceiling there, like you see Cross doing the Mario hops.
Oh,
then
Pain of
you
Samaria for Jet.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet find. It doesn't really unlock anything, but it is a weapon that they can use.
Yeah, they finally have something.
Oh! It was Varia at X-ray!
Ooh, that is very big. I mean, X-ray is generally not high on the list of things to check, so if Red Team doesn't check for X-ray, crossproduct and Jet may actually pull quite a lead here in norfair.
Yeah, that definitely gives a lot of access to norfair. Once you have Varia, there's no E-tank requirement for being able to head through there. And with high jump, they could even potentially do a lava dive. Lava dive isn't in logic to get to lower norfair, but it's certainly something that could be available.
Oh,
They need a little more health to make that happen, though.
Oh, Jet is dangerously close to death here.
Yeah, he needs to be really careful. Looks like he's gonna bail on Billy May's room, maybe get a little more health before advancing through there. So it looks like, you know, Elm is cleaning up a lot of the stuff that we already saw from Cross. And Cross is getting his gloves here at Spacer. See where these guys go from there. I mean, it's looking like that wreck ship, or...
I mean, Cross is going to be checking norfair, like, almost guaranteed at this point.
And or norfair. Those are the things, the big things right now. It's not guaranteed that we're going to find anything in norfair with wreck ship being on the table, but...
Yeah, it could still definitely be wreck ship.
But we may find things in both places as well. So, a lot of interesting options available.
Oh, looks like Cross is actually just going to go do Kraid on his way down.
Alright, we got Jet backtracking into Pink Brinstar. We might see a save here before jumping over to X-Ray. Maybe grab a bunch of this ammo just to be good to go.
So also grabbing his gloves. Everyone's got gloves on at this point.
Jet is in deep thought right now, trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen any of the runners go for a wreck ship check at this point. I mean, the problem with wreck ship is that, unlike with, like, Kraid isn't like a huge time loss. If you end up dying to Fantoon, the last save is like a long while away. It's a pretty huge time loss.
It's pretty rough, but it may be required in order to actually proceed. I think Jet is looking for some power bombs. He may be better off going into Green Brinstar to farm some there.
Gesell's E-tank may actually end up being pretty huge this run. It was pretty innocuous at first, but like none of the runners have really found any health drops. So
yeah, I'm actually surprised that Team Stoops product here, Jet and Cross, elected not to go into the front of escape. It actually surprises me a good bit. But here we go. Elm is checking X-Ray here. Again, with only one E-tank. Gonna be able to find that Varia suit. He makes it through okay. Man, this low health game is very tricky.
Makes it across. I mean, Gesell will probably follow suit, I would guess, after they find the Varia here.
You almost have to. I mean, you have to go norfair, or you have to go wreck ship. I feel like you try to send one player one way and the other way. That's what you got to do to make Make your dreams come true. Looks like Jet is bypassing X-Ray for now. Maybe gonna go save before that happens. There is a save if you do bomb open this Maridia tube here.
Cross finally checking norfair. We have him heading to Ice Beam first by the looks.
All right, some new information.
Still at a ridiculously low life total. Like, have to be pretty careful.
Yeah,
Like,
the
some
enemies
20
in norfair are no joke, especially like those little side hoppers that we're gonna see coming up, going over to the below ice area. Those guys do a ton of damage. Now, Varia does mitigate some of that damage, but
Yeah, with
definitely
plasma as
doesn't
well.
mitigate all of
They're
it,
not
yeah.
super difficult to deal with, but you do have to be careful. Another red ruby.
All right, Jet's gonna take his sword that he just retrieved from Pink Brinstar and head into the front of Escape. So he will be rewarded with that energy tank, which normally you don't get super excited about energy, but man, I think I would get excited about energy in this
well
case.
needed for all runners at the moment. You know, it's like this point in the run where from Giselle, like Elm's like, oh, you picked up an E-tank, where'd you find that? And then, you know, not really taking notes of where you're finding E-tanks because you're just expecting to find them all over the place. And you're like, where did I pick it up again?
Well, Elm has been able to still make steady progress here, so I don't know if it's necessarily hurt him, but yeah, those E-tanks are very, very helpful. Looks like crossproduct is bailing on norfair and has headed to the ship, so we might see a wrecked ship play.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a matter of time at this point, especially with Varia now as well. They have a little more leeway on the Phantoon fight, but he's actually heading left instead. Looks like we're going to see a gauntlet check.
Okay. We haven't actually seen what the gauntlet E-tank item is, I believe, but we have seen that there's a sword in there, so it's worth their time to actually do this.
Yeah, these delayed wall jumps, though, can be really tricky. But he gets up, though.
Especially when you have high jump on. Very nicely done. Alright, I think Giselle is gonna go retrieve her Varia suit here, so definitely good. Jet setting up a death warp, I think, so... Oh, maybe not.
Elm is checking right side norfair, which we didn't see crossproduct do, so we might actually find some pretty important items down here.
That
First
seems
time being an
important.
E-tank. I mean, we're at the point of the run where we'll even take reserves at this point. You're pretty happy to see a reserve right now.
And we saw one taunting them on the floating island, or not the floating island, the Lake Hylia island. So we know one of the reserves is there, but I think that one E-tank will add some comfort. Oh, that was gravity suit, Bubble Mountain missile. Holy smokes!
That is huge. Gravity lets our runners basically just completely scale Maridia as well at this point.
And it looks like Cross has grabbed that Master Sword and an E-tank up at the Gauntlet, so definitely a good play to be able to get those.
I mean, our runners really don't have much access in Link to the Past right now. Like, we really can't get into most dungeons, and we definitely can't clear any, but Super Metroid is opening up pretty fast with that gravity pickup.
The only, like, really kind of,
Ooh,
I
the
would say...
hammer.
Oh, I would say, like, the
Really
YOLO
neat.
thing that they could do is, like, beat Aghanim, but
Yeah, we
in the dark. That's not
But,
something anybody really wants to do.
especially when we still have so many locations open in Super Metroid at the moment.
Exactly.
But yeah, with the hammer pickup, if we find the pearl, we might actually see some Dark World plays.
Definitely. Got Giselle going through this before X-ray room. Really low health. Needs to clutch this out. Oof.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, Giselle falling into the spike pit.
I believe.
Yeah, spawning
She
back at
will
the ship as well.
Start back at the ship.
That's
Yep.
not good.
Jet having a little trouble here. Pretty low health as well, but I think he's made it through. He's at the part where he just needs to be able to get the 2 items. He'll get a full refill from the energy tank.
Ooh, an E-tank from the wrecked ship as well.
Oh, very nice. The moat having another E will make that Fantoon fight pretty comfortable with various suit and 2 E-tanks.
Yeah, we should be able to deal with Fantoon pretty easily at this point.
Gonna have to fight with ammo, though. We don't have charge beam. Can't do any fancy X-ray buffering or anything like that. But hopefully this gives Jet the confidence to be able to get his various suit, because I think that's an important step for getting that defense. And, you know,
I mean, like,
allows you to do norfair and get your hammer.
Jet and Cross still have not checked right side norfair. Like, they still don't have gravity suit, which is gonna put Elm and Giselle a bit ahead right now.
Definitely. That allows a decent amount of access to Maridia. We can't actually full clear Maridia because we can't get to Bot Wound. We don't have speed booster or ice, nor can we enter from the back way because we need a way to the dark world and flippers, which we do have flippers. Which we do have flippers.
If we find Pearl, like, we can head there right now.
We could if we're bold and want to do Dark Aghanim.
Oh yeah, I guess we don't even need Pearl. They could just do Aghanim.
But instead, we're seeing a lower norfair play from Elminster here. This is a very bold decision with the health that he's at right now, but we can gravity jump to get through here, so it's not so bad to actually make it through. This is not in the logic of the game, but it's certainly something you can do, and sequence breaks are very much allowed.
Yeah, I mean, with the 1 E-tank, we're not actually going to be able to check all that much down here. We're pretty much... They'll probably head to Misery Maya, see what the medallion is, grab the Maya Hut items as well.
Well, unfortunately, without the Moon Pearl, we won't be able to grab those items.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
I guess they can still check medallion.
We can, yeah. If we find, mirror right before that, we could go in desert or checkerboard cave, but not gonna be able to do too much in Mire area. But he may. I mean, he can get to Ridley. He can do it if he wants to.
With the 1 E-tank, no charge. It's gonna be rough.
15 supers is not a good number to have going into that fight. But he does have some missiles and power bombs to compensate.
I've always found it strange how the bunny just can't open chests. Like, it's beyond its capabilities.
Cross going for this Fantoon fight. Health's getting a little low, but he's almost got the fight down. Meanwhile, Jet is heading towards X-Ray, Giselle as well, so we're going to see both of them kind of simultaneously head towards
that was
X-Ray.
Mushroom above GT.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Mushroom and bomb capacity, so nothing like too crazy.
Wait, where did we get
actually,
charge?
Elm picked up charge. Yeah, when did that happen?
Oh, was that a screw attack?
No, screw attack was heart container, so I'm not exactly sure when he picked up. You know what? It might have been behind power bombs, because the stream did cut there, so it may have been then. But I'm surprised we haven't seen him use charge at all.
That is actually ridiculously amazing then for this lower norfair play. Now I understand why he's going for it, because you don't really need to worry about ammo.
So I went to GT and I'm like, what's going on here?
Well, you can beat GT with super missiles. You can farm and stuff, but it can be
very long, but...
brutal.
Alright, Jet is picking up Varia's suit, and we are doing a medallion check here. It is Ether, which they... I mean, sorry, Quake, which they already have. Oh, wait, no, they have Ether, and it is Quake. Never mind.
Right. Jet does pick up his Varia, which is fantastic. Giselle getting really low on health.
Giselle. Whew.
This is not an easy thing to do, folks. This is...
Yeah, the grapple beam
really
is
tough.
very finicky in this game.
I think Elm is heading to wreck ship now. Decides, you know what, lower norfair is a little too risky.
Yeah, I mean, I think he checked all the easy items he could.
That
And with
E-tank
gravity's...
will create some
Yeah,
comfort.
yeah, with gravity suit as well, like, he's gonna be able to catch up to cross product here.
Definitely. Looks like Giselle was able to successfully grab. Trying to do a crystal. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, all I run is now Varia, so we're still waiting for Jet or Cross to check right side norfair.
Yeah, that's where Gravity and Hammer are. It's pretty big. But, you know, we could still find something cool here in the wreck ship, and it's progress. Cross has defeated 2 bosses of the game. The goal is to beat all 4 of the Super Metroid bosses, all 7 of the Link to the Past dungeon bosses, and then you gotta beat Mother Brain, you gotta beat Ganon, you gotta do Ganon's Tower as well.
Cross making
So,
it through these.
Gotta beat both games.
Controls.
Ooh, Giselle is so low on health, but is doing a really good job on these grapples.
Oh, the pressure is on. Now looks like she's... Yep, she's out. Alright.
Got him.
Everyone has secured Varia. Looks like Jet is probably checking right side north end now, so we are going to have them find Gravity Suit pretty soon. And the hammer.
I would be jumping down Red Tower and refilling at that energy recharge station, like pronto here.
Who does not take the refill.
Just because your game lags, I don't think it's a. I don't think that's a buffer.
Cross-product picking up the best Super Metroid item. The X-ray scope has been obtained. I mean,
Yeah.
if they actually find charge, which is somewhere, we're not exactly sure.
Well, yeah, it's probably somewhere in Norfair, realistically, because that's kind of where Elm checked.
Yeah, I mean, have we seen, has Jet or Cross checked power bombs? Because I still think, I have a feeling that that's probably where charge is.
Are you talking about like alpha power bombs?
Yeah, alpha power bombs. We didn't see what Elm grabbed from the pickup behind it, so that could be charge. And I don't think any of the other runners have actually checked that yet.
Yeah, probably something that cross product will do after completing wreck ship can go down Red Tower.
Cross looks like he's about to check the sky missiles here. Oh no, checking the ones on the floor first. It's just some bombs.
Ones up here are kind of annoying because you have to get these trippers to move, and they'll only move when they're on screen. But since they do have high jump, they can actually wall jump up there onto each of the trippers, so...
Yeah, they can ignore
shorten
the
the ride.
last one as well with high jump. They only need to get the first 2.
Exactly.
Surprisingly, Jet hasn't actually found gravity yet.
Yeah, hopefully he does check that. Yeah, but Giselle grab another E-tank here. That's pretty good.
Oh, is that the Pearl? Yeah, it is the Pearl. Wow. Pearl up in the sky. We do have Dark World access now.
Okay.
Oh, I guess they don't yet because they haven't found Hammer. But
well, he just did.
Elm gets to it.
Jet just got the hammer there, so now they actually know, you know, all the pieces of the puzzle. Elm will definitely be the first one to be able to do that, because it looks like he's right on that path. All right, moment of truth. Will Jet get his gravity?
Will he remember to check? If he misses this check, that is quite bad.
That is not going to work out great. I mean, they do have grapple and...
Oh, this doesn't look good.
And high jump. Well, he can check it from here.
Oh,
there it is!
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, he sees it,
Don't want to leave that behind.
Cross going bowling right now.
I think one of the things that Elm did decide not to do was Crocomire, so that's another thing that's on the table here that we might see Jet do.
Teams have head down there.
It looks like Jet is bailing and heading probably towards the wrecked ship to try to get some quick Dark World access. I know Jet is always excited to play more Link to the Past because he's a top contender in a lot of the tournaments for Link to the Past. So I think their team tends to send him to Link to the Past a little bit more, but that's not always what you want to do. So you see them both here
in the,
as well.
Reserve check in wrecked ship.
So I guess just Pearl being our big item. Yeah.
I mean, runners could start checking Maridia. They all know where gravity is now.
Yeah, that is definitely on the table. I mean, maybe we see somebody go to lower norfair. That's another option.
Elm missing the jump to collect Moon Pearl. Has to take a
no. That is a painful detour. Again, those trippers are not gonna just appear. You have to keep them on screen in order to move them.
Yeah, he's just resetting.
Reset. Yep. Giselle excited to grab that hammer. Gonna do so here. All right, and now we're seeing that red tower play from Cross, so we'll be able to peek at what's down there. I mean, we saw this single arrow, but at alpha power bombs.
Yeah, so alpha powers weren't anything. I think it was like rupees probably, but the item behind it we did not get a look at. Also, Jet heading over to clear wreck ship. Meanwhile, Giselle still down in norfair.
Elm just snagged his Moon Pearl, so Dark World access achieved.
Oh my god, Cross attempting to powerbomb the super missile door about 3 times. He's got missiles, and it is charged. There we go.
Okay.
Charged behind the power bombs.
That is a fantastic find. Sometimes you gotta really keep track of your super missile counts and where you find them and stuff, and communicate that with your partner a bunch, because I mean, charge could be in a really annoying place. It could be like on the pedestal, it could be at Shack Tool, like places that you don't really want to go search for it. So you may want to keep the right ammo count to compensate, but with Charge Beam now in hand, they don't really have to worry about their ammo counts.
Yeah, Cross also has X-Ray as well, so he's going to be able to shred a lot of bosses.
Yeah, should make Botwoon and Dragon a cinch. Cross product going to, I guess, farm power bombs here. has to be a little bit careful with his health.
Does make those blind jumps. So we actually have Giselle going back into Link to the Past right now.
My guess is just probably fast travel to get to Rex ship because, I mean, I think that's where the seed seems to be leading them. Especially since she's not going into Maridia.
I mean, we still have everything we need for Dark World at this point. We could just start seeing a lot of Link to the Past Dark World clearing. We could check Hyde Cave, Thieves Town, a lot of that stuff.
Absolutely. And that might be exactly where Elm is going, because, I mean, he has access to that right now. He's the only one with access. Giselle needs Moon Pearl, Cross needs Hammer, Jet needs Moon Pearl, and a nice Phantoon fight as well.
They've all got bits and pieces. Elm's the only one with the full puzzle. Jet making pretty short work of Phantoon. He's going to be clearing Rex ship himself.
Looks like Elm wants that sword upgrade before jumping into Link to the Past. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, getting the Master Sword just lets you clear a few items that you otherwise would miss. And, you know, the increased damage is also always nice.
We also haven't seen the Dark World map, so it'll be interesting to see, like, what is actually required in this game. Do we need medallions for Misery Mire and Turtle Rock even? I mean, they could both be pendants, so maybe we don't even have to bother with them.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Pendants on Turtle Rock and Mire would be really nice for the runners.
But it can also create some exciting gambles for us that these players could make.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you end up skipping those dungeons with pendants in them, they might end up, you know, having the bow, and then it's like, oh, gonna have to do a lot of backtracking, especially.
Exactly.
Now I'm grabbing the sword in the E-tank.
Jet starting his tripper climb. And I think Cross is going straight down to lower norfair. Got a good bit more health than Elm did when he decided to head here.
Yeah, and with charge as well, Ridley is actually doable.
Also has a pretty good super count and power bomb count, for that matter. He could even crystal flash with this ammo count to stay healthy. All right, we're gonna see a mushroom turn in from Elminster. What's interesting is I don't think Team Canadian Cack Attack crew has gotten the red cane from Blue Brinstar.
Yeah,
over at the first missile location.
I mean, Kane's probably not going to be super relevant for at least until the end of the run.
True.
But we'll see. Like in Dark World, Kane has a lot of uses.
Elm actually going back into Super Metroid, so probably going to be checking on Maridia now. Oh no. Maybe he's going to lower norfair.
Jet picking up his own charge beam.
I gotta be thinking that Jet is heading to Link to the Past now. He's got his equipment to get to the Dark World.
Yeah, it looks quite likely. The runners are probably just going to split up the games at this point, since Cross can clear pretty much most of Metroid. If not all at this point. Like with Dark World access, he can beat Dragoon, and I'm pretty sure he is in go mode for Super Metroid right now.
Yeah, I think all players are in go mode for Super Metroid, actually. That's pretty crazy. Now, not in go mode by the logic.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you do need to be able to get through that lava dive. You do need to be... Actually, we can't get to Dragoon yet, technically.
Really?
Until... Oh, well, through the Dark World, I guess.
Yeah, through the Dark World, exactly.
Yeah, good point. Ooh.
Oh, we have a map check, pendant on Swamp Palace and Misery Mile.
And Crystal 6 over in Pod.
Turtle Rock will be required this run, so runner's gonna have to find both the Ice Rod and the Fire Rod.
Yikes. But Cross does have the Moon Pearl here, so we can check Mire Shed, so we'll see these two items, which is new information.
Ooh, okay.
Fetch quest, okay. It's hard.
Yeah, Shovel's basically a 2-for-1 item. So it's worth noting that now Kane is actually required to beat Link to the Past, since Turtle Rock is not optional.
And Cross also resetting here. Elm's gonna be the only one diving deep into lower norfair. So this could be a huge advantage for their team there. Yeah. I think Cross is going down to get his red cane.
Was that Lantern? I think it may have been.
Oh, really?
For Elm. I might have missed that. Yeah, I think Elm did pick up Lantern there in the... Yeah.
That's
the
super nice. And a super crazy place for that to be.
Yeah.
Because technically, again, this is still out of logic, so you need some sort of way to get through the lava dive, or we need mitts to be able to access the back of Lower Norfair through Link to the Past over in Misery Mire.
Probably most likely the mitts, although I guess it really could be any of them. Could be Space Jump.
Exactly.
So Elm is heading down to Ridley. We have Jet actually already doing the Dark World clear, starting with Skullwoods.
Yep, really nice bomb jump to get to that big chest. Finds an item there, 50 rupees. I believe that's our first item. So he can go deeper, but he can't go to Mothula. We don't have the fire rod, so...
We have Cross actually checking the blue brinstar, which was not checked earlier. That's just 2 heart pieces.
Half a heart.
Yeah. Elm did go to check it earlier, but had to back off because he was too low on life.
Makes quick work of those metal pirates there. Jet out of magic, unfortunately. Can't use the Samaria strats. Yep. Gotta be really careful with the health here.
Yeah, those mummies do a lot of damage, especially on Green Tunic.
2 hearts.
I mean, thankfully, deaths in Link to the Past are a lot more forgiving. We do have Elm going into the Ridley fight here.
Here we go. Got Plasma in charge, so should be pretty straightforward, but we also can use supers. That can go a long way.
So we gotta be a bit careful.
Yep.
Can't take too many hits. I'm doing a pretty good job of spacing with Ridley. It's like he's not having too much trouble.
You're gonna finish him off with some super missiles. It's the fastest form of DPS against Ridley.
Jet actually just giving up on Skullwards. I guess he doesn't have the fire rod yet, so he pretty much exhausted all that he could do in there.
That's correct. Yeah, you can't do anymore. I think the second item's locked in the back.
Yeah, going to check Thieves Town now.
Great job with the Ridley fight, though.
Yeah, we're about to find out what the E-tank is. Just some missiles.
Alright, so lower norfair, not too exciting so far, but there are some items on the way out in the escape. We still haven't seen the Crocomire area, so that's still on the table as well.
Yeah, it's still about 4 or 5 items down there that the runners can pick up. Oh, Spring Ball for Jet. Might come in handy. One of those items that are not like super useful, but definitely like saves time off every now and again.
And Cross is going back through Norfair. I'm interested to see where he decides to go from here. If he's going back to lower Norfair, or if he's doing Crocomire, or if he forgot something. Maybe he forgot. He forgot the hammer.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Or wait, where is he going?
Maybe he's checking Crocomire.
Well,
I'm
this
surprised
is
Cross
the way to lower Norfair.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Alright, so we got Firefleet E-Tank here from Elminster.
Ooh, Ice Beam. That's pretty huge.
That is a nice beam. It's huge for getting through Zebatites, huge for Metroid rooms. It's extra DPS, super
let's just
good.
do Maridia without going through Link to the Past as well.
Absolutely. But Elm's health is pretty low here. He's got to be kind of careful. We got Plasma, so we can kind of take it slow and kill all these enemies.
Does have a reserve.
Yeah, but this 3 Musketeers room is no joke. These guys do a ton of damage.
Yeah,
You get
no
hit
way
by a
you
couple times, you're dead. Like, it's got to take it a little bit slow here.
Some bomb capacity. Yeah, I think he's. Oh wow!
Oh,
Take 6.
That is bold.
One. Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no!
He's tapped into reserves. He can't get hit here. He used Plasma to get the iframe through the Key Hunter. That is clutch.
Oh boy.
Whew.
Yeah, what a close call from Elm. That death there would have been massive. I don't think he saved after Ridley, so that would have been a huge death there if he died.
Giselle picking up Moon Pearl. Looks like Cross about to pick up the lamp, so that's exciting. Not an item that you necessarily have to have in order to beat the game, but logically you do. Oh no, Cross fell through. So he's gonna have to go all the way back around.
Oh, he fell down? Damn. Yeah, Jet unfortunately not finding too many useful items in Thieves Town. He did find the Spring Ball, but haven't seen much else.
But it will be our first crystal of the game, so that's pretty exciting. We're finally getting some Link to the Past progress.
Yeah, we got Elm finally clearing Crocomire as well. We're gonna find out what's down here.
This is definitely an interesting check because without a space jump or speed booster, the only way you can get the pantry item, ooh, tempered sword, but the only way you can get the pantry item is by grappling kind of the vanilla way, but you have to do like a green gate glitch in order to get there. And I know Elm is comfortable doing that, but it is time consuming. So we'll see if he decides to go for it.
Looks like Giselle's having some troubles with the Moon Pearl here. Oh, Speed Booster was in front of TT.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, apparently Jet picked it up.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, Speed Boost is actually one of the items that really locks a lot of things in Super Metroid.
Cross going through this amphitheater with 13 health and some reserves. These guys do a lot of damage. He's got to clutch this one out. He's just going to use some supers to kill these guys, but he makes it. Still dangerous territory here, though. Trying to get to this save.
It's not required for progress, Neo Kenshin, so Plasma just isn't track.
Ooh, really nicely done by Cross to get through those key hunters. Got some fun digging game action.
What'll it be? Oh, a red rupee! Dang, we scored, dude.
The crowd goes wild. Oh, man.
Cross approaching Ridley.
And here's this green gate I was talking about in order to get to the grapple item and the pantry missile. Man, that was first try? Green gate? Yep. Second try?
Yeah. With no bombs as well, we can't really infinite bomb jump off or anything. Red rupee from the flute man as well.
E-tank and grapple, and here's the grapple kind of vanilla way of being able to collect this item. Can be a little tricky, because if you fall down, you have to go all the way back in green gate again.
Wait, whopping 300 rupees for Elm.
That's right, and we got some hype cave action for Jet here. 5 items.
Oh, Mire, that's a good start.
Oh. Screw attack! Oh, E-tank's not bad either. Got another shield and some mail.
That was quite the hype cave. Mire and screw attack.
Giselle finally getting that Moon Pearl. Gonna be able to keep moving on and probably will head over to Link to the Past soon, I imagine.
Looks like we are doing a Swamp Palace check. Is a pendant, but seems like they want to clear it.
Well, it is full clearable, and you're right here. So it's definitely not a bad idea. We're still missing some key items like bow and fire rod and ice rod. We're going to need some sort of medallion for Turtle Rock, and we're missing, in my opinion, one of the biggest items in Link to the Past, which is the Titansmiths. And it has a pretty good chance of being right here in Swamp. 6 items.
Giselle still struggling with the wreck ship here.
Oh, there's the Titansmiths in the first
wow.
Swamp. Oh my god, the value. The play already paying off. That's gotta be a good feeling.
Ah, I see. Giselle is out of power bombs and cannot make it through the Morphol maze, don't you?
I think you can anyways.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
it's a crumble block, and it's a super block in order to get down there. But I think she's not quite sure that it's a super block. So she's trying to. I don't know why she's trying to go this way, but
I think she's just trying to check the item, but
I think
not
Elm
having much
already
luck with
did.
the jump morphs.
Yeah.
Maybe they know the item's power bombs.
Yep. I think Giselle's just gonna return kind of through the front entrance. Make it easy.
Yeah.
It's a good plan. You don't know what to do, just know what you know. Do what you know, rather.
Trick.
Yeah. Alright, so we had Cross with a nice Ridley fight there. He is heading back through lower norfair. We know he's not really gonna find too much here. Just that lamp, really, was in here. Which he already has.
Oh, container for Jet.
Yeah, I believe Jet did elect to skip the left side of Swamp, at least for the time being. There's the big key, so we may have to backtrack for that big chest. Which is another reason why it's a decent idea to go ahead and just do the back end of Swamp Palace. Because if you find the big key there, then you can come back in and do the left side along with the big chest.
Looks like we're gonna see some sandpit checking from Elm.
You got Jet doing some cool double kills on these. I don't know, people call them like popcorn chicken or whatever, like the little puffs floating around Argus.
Alright, Elm heading into sandpit on the right.
Argus down. Bloomerang is the reward, along with a pendant.
Oh, medallion! Medallion for Elm. That is bombos. And we know, so they can definitely get into Turtle Rock now. Because we know that, Misery Mire is Quake.
Well,
And a
it,
potion as
actually, medallions can be the same.
Oh,
both
really?
sides.
Actually didn't know
Yep.
that.
So it is possible that Turtle Rock is Quake as well. So until we get that information, it'll be a bit unknown. You see, cross product taking it super safe here in this Three Musketeers room. Don't want to lose all that progress.
We do have Elm checking Spring Ball. Taking a little detour.
Well, we have Grapple, so it's completely within logic right now. Jet jumping back into Swamp. Finds the map in the big chest, so we know there's going to be some items here on the left side. I think Giselle wants that sword before heading over into Link to the Past, so trying to get through this gauntlet wall jump.
Yeah, these jumps can be pretty tricky.
It's not easy. Maybe just gonna bail on that, and let's see Spring Ball. What's it gonna be? He doesn't have a
No
power
power
bomb.
bombs.
He actually
That's a
can't get
reset.
out of there. He
Wow.
can't even leave. Oh my god.
Whoopsie days. Gonna have
Oh.
to redo that all over again.
Alright, I'll be interested to see where crossproduct's heading next. If he'll go into Maridia, or if he'll jump into Link to the Past, because there are some sweet items to be found there. I mean, we found Titan's Wits, we found Speed Booster, some good stuff. Screw Attack, a mail upgrade.
Yeah, Dark World
Mirror.
pretty dang good.
Final check here in Swamp is just a bloopy.
Runners are rich today.
And Giselle just beelining it for that hype cave, knows the hype that is to come, I guess, or is hoping for it, and it will deliver. Saw a really cool ice clip and a really fast bot wound fight there from Elminster, so he's just going straight on to Dragon.
We got Jet checking the cave. It is just some more rupees.
And a magic bat glitch from crossproduct. You saw him empty his magic, use the red cane, and then activate the mushroom right out of the menu there, just for some super missiles, but still a good way to check that. Not in the logic at all, but certainly we've seen these runners break the logic plenty of times, so they're up for the challenge.
Oh no, Elm picks up another item during lag. And before it's mitts.
Doing hammer pegs the nice and slow way. Still haven't found those Pegasus boots that everyone probably wants.
Yeah, we got none of the speedy items. No speed booster or Pegasus boots.
Well, we have Speed Booster. That was in Thieves
Yeah,
Town.
never mind.
But yeah, Pegasus boots. Well, Speed Booster isn't going to help you in Link to the Past, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Jet hasn't exactly had a chance to use it.
Exactly. So, but I mean, he's still been doing some great checks, making some great progress. Looks like their team is keeping the steady progress. I think crossproduct's probably going to go into Thieves Town, get his Spring Ball and Speed Booster.
No X-ray from Elm. Oh wait, they didn't pick it up.
Yeah, he doesn't have it. I'm maybe expecting Jet to head up Death Mountain and kind of peek at what the requirement is for Turtle Rock, check out Super Bunny Cave and Hookshot Cave, and I think that's what he's doing right now. He can go up to Tower of Hera, clear that, do Spike Cave if he wants, although that's maybe a tough sell.
With Mira, we can basically do all of Death Mountain, pretty much.
Except maybe we can't do Turtle Rock. I mean, we don't have Fire Rod or Ice Rod, so
yeah,
it's a pretty tough sell anyways, but... It's good to know what your requirements are for the game, know what medallion you need. I mean, we have Elminster with that knowledge of bombos. So that could be required here for Turtle Rock, and that also gets us into Ice Palace. We can do a full Ice Palace clear with that bombos as well.
Jet, having to reset the room. Nothing too bad.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go do this the vanilla way.
Oh, there's the fire rod for Jet.
Ooh, that makes Turtle Rock a very appealing option. There's a lot of items you can do in there if you just have the fire rod.
Yeah,
Can't
that'd
beat
be
it.
fun.
Can't beat it. But it could be a nice gamble to make.
Logic could put Ice Rod in Turtle Rock, and then that'd be pretty interesting.
I mean, Ice Rod can be basically anywhere. Oh, it's Bombos, though.
Bombo.
So that sand pit is going to be required. That right sand pit.
They haven't seen that, right? That was Elm.
That's right. We haven't seen Team Soup's product go into Maridia at all.
Hookshot Cave, couple E-tanks, missiles, and some power bombs. Just some Super Metroid items. Looks like Elm is redoing the pits, checking the left pit this time.
And I think
We got
we're going to see
missiles.
Jet going over to Hera.
And supers. Nothing too crazy in the left pits. Yeah, Elm had a soft lock at Spring Ball. Because he accidentally went down the right path with no power bombs. So he had to reset and lose bombos.
Which, I mean, that may end up working out anyways. Because, like, when you get an item like that, and you haven't beat Dragon yet, you have to go all the way through Maridia again to get back to Dragon.
I
So
mean,
now that he's beat Dragon, he can go get it, and then go check Plasma, and then maybe leave through the Maridia exit.
yeah. The worst part, though, is that Elm didn't even get to check what Spring Ball was. Like, he literally had 0 power bombs, though.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest downside here, and we might see him go back and just check it now.
Cross product taking up lines.
Jet doing the most exciting Hera basement here, which I believe is required, so I mean everybody's gonna have to well, I guess this is a pendant dungeon, so maybe not everybody's gonna have to
You
do
can
this.
get big key if off the first chest and just skip the base.
Well, he got the small key early on, so he was forced to go down there to get the big key. But if there's nothing in here, it may not be required at all. Or if nothing's at Green, or Sahasrara, or Pedestal. But cross-product taking an unfortunate death on Blind there, gonna have to retrace his footsteps and go take out Blind. Clever use of the hook shot there for the stun prize of a heart, so healing up.
Elm just playing the waiting game. Watching it roll by. He considered going to the right there for a second.
You have to use a lot of power bombs. Go, oh,
Yeah,
the
it's
BM.
Green Rupee. Wow.
Wow.
That is not what you want to see. That's not what you want to have to retrace your steps for.
But it's done. Now, he doesn't have to worry about it again.
Yeah,
They're
out of
not
the way.
leaving anything on the table. Like, they're just checking everything while they're there.
Can we get the first try Moldorm on Jet?
Ooh.
Oh, it's not done.
Oh,
no! Not quite. Moldorm not cooperating though. Jessel picking up Spring Ball. Alright, Jet attempt 2. Gets the first spin off. Gets the second.
One more. There it is.
Alright, second tries the charm.
And it looks like Jet is on a quest to get all the pendants. We might see him attempt to get into Misery Mire once they find that Quake medallion to try to get that pedestal.
Yeah, exactly. We need to pull the pet. The pet is required in every run, as it turns out. If you're not pulling the pet, it's not a true combo seed.
So I don't think Plasma had anything of worth, so I think we're done here in Maridia for Elm, so I'm curious where he's heading to next, because, I mean, I think they've basically full cleared Super Metroid minus a couple items. We've got, like, Waterway and Criteria Power Bombs on the table. Not sure if they checked the Climb Supers, either.
I don't think anyone has yet. Jet picking up supers from Spike Cave just then.
We might be
Looks like he's
seeing
grabbing a
Climb
potion.
Supers right now, actually, from Cross. He's got those... that speed booster. He's heading down.
Yeah, we might actually. He might go and do waterways while he's at it. This wouldn't be a bad time to go do a quick speed booster clear.
Yeah, there's never really a good time to do it, but this is probably the closest you're gonna get.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crap when you get speed booster late into the run, and then you just have to, like, you know, there's like 1 or 2 items in each area that you have to check.
Here we go, into Ice Palace for Jet. It is a crystal, so definitely a strong play. But only 3 items here.
Just some rupees off the climb supers.
I'm guessing Cross is just finishing all this stuff up, and then he's probably gonna head to Maridia. There's a reserve as the first item there in Ice Palace of 3. Got Elm cleaning up Hype Cave. Definitely a good place to be. He'll get his red mail. And looks like Elminster is going back into Super Metroid. So what has been left behind here? Curious. He doesn't have speed booster yet. Okay, he's leaving. And Waterway was just a full heart, so like... These time-consuming checks are not paying off, but they may pay off in the long run if your opponent goes back and does those things. Apparently did not do Spore Spawn Supers, which I believe was a Power Bomb. It's a quick execution of that trick.
So Alan can actually just go and finish Super Metroid whenever he feels like at this point. He even has ice, so like, it's going to be a pretty quick sweep.
Yeah, the only thing about doing Torian now is that it's like not helping your partner get ahead, and you might even find like Wave Beam, which can speed things up a little bit, or maybe Space Jump that could help you out. So, I mean, mostly just to help your partner. That's the important thing, is just being able to get all the information, because if your partner is doing all the checks and and you're doing all the kind of go mode clearing, then your partner is going to fall behind. That's just the way this works. You want to try to finish at the same time, find a good balance of who's checking what and when.
Yeah, I mean, right now, like, Super Metroid's basically being more or less full cleared. Like, we have a few items that might be sticking out, but we're pretty much just clearing Link to the Past at this point, checking out the Dark World dungeons. We actually still haven't checked Desert Palace yet, which the runners can do going through Misery Mire with the mirror.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is definitely on the table. Still, it might be, like, kind of a hard play to make when we don't have boots, but boots might not be required. Maybe a key isn't on the torch. So that's maybe why they haven't done it yet, but I suspect that might be something that Jet does soon, because he's starting to run out of clearable crystal dungeons. Might see him pop back over to Skullwoods, finish that.
Cross picking up the sword upgrade off the speed booster in Maridia.
Very nice.
Oh, Giselle finding half magic. Definitely come in handy for Turtle Rock.
There's the last item in Ice Palace, just a missile pack. We did find the blue cane in here and a reserve. So Ice Palace not really paying off for Jet, but it is a crystal, so it has to be done. Now Cross Product can just go mode the dungeon when it's his turn. Ooh, cool bomb jump there for Giselle. I like that.
Jet still doesn't have bomb burst, so it's not going to be quite a quick clear. Ice Palace boss.
But, I mean, this is about as good as it gets with Master Sword. Gotta be really careful here. Gonna chug a potion.
Very well for Jet then. Giselle attempting some blind room shenanigans.
Using the boomerang. I like it.
Giselle finding 2 keys in the dark room.
Cross with a timely E-tank refill there at the beach. Let's see where Jet goes from here.
Yeah, looks like we might finally see the Desert Palace check.
Yeah, absolutely. And we haven't seen Checkerboard either. So that's another
and the shaft
available.
Because last time they were here, they didn't have Pearl yet.
I think Cross went in here when he went down to Lower Norfair. Yeah, it had the shovel and a piece of heart, I think.
Well, yep, Checker Cave's still on the table.
Okay.
Tap on the pillar.
Boots not required for desert. That's pretty big. So we can take that small key over to the right side. We are definitely going to find a big key there. But there are 2 items total in desert. So there could be one in the big chest, and then there could be one at Landmo. There could be one over here on the right side. There it is. Super missile. 1 more item remains. Meanwhile, we got a blind fight and a cool bomb jump from Giselle here. Look at that. Cross has found Bombos for their team, so they know that they can get into Turtle Rock now.
Elm clearing blinds, Jet finding the compass, and looks like he's gonna check the top side of Desert Palace now.
This is really an extremely challenging dark room when you don't have a sword. So hard to get your bearings here.
Any of these maze dark rooms are super hard to navigate around. Just figure out where the heck you are.
Looks like Elm is going to clean up some of these speed booster lock locations. So now that he has that in hand and has done his blind fight pretty well, it was a great fight. He is going to be checking Criteria Supers, probably checking Waterway, and I think that will just do it for them in the game. Super Metroid will be clear.
Yeah, I mean, with Super out of the way, we're just hunting down the last remaining dungeons in the past at this point.
Oh, and there's
the ice rod.
Wow.
Desert Palace.
Okay. Things are starting to come together for Team Stoop's product here.
Yeah, we can actually clear the Turtle Rock now, and Elm and Giselle still have not found any of the rods yet, or Kane for that matter.
They still need to get their mitts from Swamp to be able to actually get their fire rod. And, I mean, if they don't find the mitts, the only way that they can get that ice rod is by going, like, through lower norfair to the mire area and mirroring over to desert, which is not the best play, I would say, or not the most exciting play. Elm hasn't done this blue brinstar area, so they're about to find the red cane, so that's good.
Yeah, at least get one of the required items out of the way.
Looked like Cross did actually reset after Shack Tool, so still doesn't have Bombos at this point.
Yeah,
Needs
like
to consider
the left bits.
needs to really
Right side now.
he really needs to go get those. So I think he's gonna go get it again.
Jet going to clear Skullwoods.
One more item remains here, so definitely a good play. It's also a crystal. Got to do it to win the game. Might as well do it.
Winning the game, pretty important.
Confirmed. And he's also got Desert and Ice Palace clear, so I mean, he's got a lot of progress. Microwaved bot wound here. Doesn't quite get the kill, but there it is.
Jet heading in. Hopefully we have a pretty nice fight. So.
Really depends on that Moth RNG. So far, so good. Moth kind of hugs the top wall or the left wall. It can be a little tricky. Yeah. Well, a Sword Slash will do the same amount of damage as a Fire Rod shot, but the thing is, if you hit Moth into the spikes, he doesn't take any damage, so... Good fight, though. Very good fight.
Yeah, went well, and picks up another bottle.
Got that high-quality B in there. Got a Dragon fight coming up here for Cross.
His last Super Metroid boss fight picks up the blue medal as well.
Alright, where are you going, Jet? Are you going to pod? What's your plan?
Yeah, it looks like pod, most likely.
Guess there's a couple overworld checks that we can do, like Pyramid and Catfish as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Oh, maybe Ice Palace?
well, he's already done Ice Palace, so I guess he's going to Maridia just to kill Dragon and maybe pick up his bombos so that he can do Turtle Rock. That might be kind of the play here.
Looks like it. Just clear Dragon real quick, get out of the way.
You gotta do it. I mean, it's absolutely required boss. And we have Cross now with all 4 Super Metroid bosses completed, so he has the ability to go clear Torian and Super Metroid if he wants.
Yeah,
Probably won't see that for a while though. Yeah, Jet. I mean, but Jet's been clearing a lot of Link to the Past, so it's a lot of give and take in each game. We gotta get Cross.
Out for Ridley at this point.
Yep. 50 super missiles. Holy smokes.
Yeah, he's probably not gonna have any troubles with the bosses with that much ammo.
Yeah, it doesn't have X-ray for Dragon, but can actually just use grapple or, you know, charge shots or... Yep. A lot of options here.
Giselle finally picking up the Gauntlet rewards. Grabs the sword, probably gonna grab the E-Tank.
Very nice. That's a good refill right there.
Jet might be heading up to Tower of Hera by the looks.
You mean Elm?
Ah, yeah, sorry, I'll love it.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like it. I mean, that's definitely a good place to go. I don't think we've actually seen the Sahasrara pendant turned in yet. Still looking for that bow right now. And if you're a fan of the Pedestal, we're looking for that Quake. That's what you want to see. Because if we get Quake, we can actually pull the Pedestal. We could potentially pull a bow out of the Pedestal.
Come on, Ped Seeds.
I don't know, though. I feel like Turtle Rock's just a really good place for that bow to be.
I'm holding out hope. I believe in the bow on Ped.
All right.
Yeah, Jet has beat Desert Palace.
Yeah, so with bow being our final outstanding item, I guess Pyramid Fairy isn't required because Pod is our other 5/6 crystal.
Ooh, Giselle apparently already found Quake and Pod, according to chat.
Oh, okay. Must have missed that. And she is going down to Swamp, so this is where mitts are obtained. This is really good progress for Team Canadian Kakatek crew. This is going to be the progress they need. You can see they're splitting up pendant dungeons to try to make this dream come true.
Try and find out where those pesky key items are hiding.
You got Jet coming back to get his bombos. Super important.
Cross finally checking Hive Cave. Well, clearing it. Picks up his mirror and screw attack.
And a mirror shield, apparently. Wow.
Yeah, fully kitted out. Mirror shield and red tunic.
Cross going to get his mitts.
Jet picking up bombos.
Yeah, this is probably going to be pretty good for the route here. He can exit through the norfair portal. Like, he can just leave Maridia, exit through the norfair portal, and then he'll just be up on the mountain. So, I suspect he'll be going for that Turtle Rock play shortly. Oh, maybe not. Maybe Cross did not check Plasma, so I guess Jet's doing that.
I'm pretty sure we saw a... maybe not.
I know Elm checked it,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it wasn't worth, but I don't think Cross checked it.
Elm picking up his green pendant. Micro hand that one in.
Can do a little short charge here at the bottom. Can be a little tricky, though.
Yeah, it's a tough one to get. Not a lot of room.
You can also just wall jump up the side with high jump, but it looks like he got it. He's out of there.
Yeah, if you use a delayed jump, the wall jump isn't actually super precise. It's still pretty difficult to get, but yeah. If you can shine spot, you may as well.
Yep. So things are opening wide up for Elminster and Giselle now. It looks like Elm is going to just probably pick up these mitts and then just bounce out of swamp while Giselle finishes it off.
Yeah, looks like it. And then, you know, we'll have them eventually find the rods, hopefully.
Yeah.
Jet's sitting here. I mean, he could just go and clear Turtle Rock right now. If it's not Quake.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be... definitely going to be leaving Maridia through that norfair portal. If he's heading towards the norfair portal, then, you know, that's exactly where he's going. I don't really see him, like, going down to lower norfair to get his lamp, and I guess Ice Beam was there, too. But we are getting something exciting on Elminster's end, which is the Sahasrahla check. Haven't seen this yet. Could it be vanilla? Still haven't seen those Pegasus boots.
Would really like the Pegasus boots. It's just missiles, though.
Ouch. Well, the Pedestal dream is still alive.
Believe. Can't be Quake, so it better be Bow. Or Space Jump. Have Space Jump be on Ped, and then Bow. Oh no, but we've already checked that, damn it.
Oh, you're talking about
Right.
the GT missile?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That one item that Space Jump locks. Yeah, I thought about it earlier. I was like, well, rip that. I didn't really mention
The
it
seed
too much.
is not boots required element. Have we checked? Oh, I guess no, it could be. Yeah, there's still one boots item, right? We can't see.
There's
we
Bonk
checked
Rocks
as a
and
thousand.
King's Tomb.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's two. Could be. Pegasus boots locked. Well, there you go then. Pegasus boots on Ped, Bow in Tomb, I believe.
There you go. Oh, that's cruel, putting Boots so late.
Right,
But already
it's the
Boots
call-out,
is
it's
so
the
late
call-out.
at this point. Alright, looks like Elm is actually following through on Swamp, interestingly. A little surprised.
Jet finally heading up to Turtle Rock.
Okay,
Gonna
he's
find out if we actually have some good items in here. I mean, Jet could just find the bow in Turtle Rock, and then we're pretty close. I think that's basically go mode.
Yeah, it's pretty much go
Yeah, it
mode.
is.
I mean, they don't really need space jump, even though it's like
Nah, definitely
technically required in logic. Or maybe it's not anymore.
No, I
with
still think it is. I'm pretty sure it is in casual.
Well, no, with the mitts, like they can get into the back of
Oh,
lower
yes,
norfair.
they
They
get
can
into
kill.
I
They
mean,
can
not
kill
Maridia.
GT and use speed booster in order to actually get up through that screw attack area. So I think they don't need space jump actually, by the logic. Looks like we got an Ice Palace play from Elm. Gonna be pretty disappointed, but you know what? You got Bombos. You haven't found Fire Rod yet, so this is definitely a cool play.
Gotta clear it as well. Has to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Jet finding a key out off the first chest. We have found Lamp Synosis in Lower Norfair.
Yep.
I think only... Who picked it up?
I think crossproduct and Elminster both have lamp. And the other two have not been to lower norfair, so they do not have lamp. Jet sitting at 1 heart here, needs to be pretty careful. May just do a death warp. Yeah. Pretty low on magic though.
Oh! Gotta do it intentionally, hold on. No deep boost for me. Finds the compass, so looks like all the items are in the lower floors.
Yeah.
Well, cross-product about to pick up his own ice rod. Can follow up on Jet in just a moment. Although Cross actually might just go clear pod, because I don't think they have started on that.
Yeah, they haven't even taken a step into Palace of Darkness yet,
Yeah,
which...
so we might, yeah, we
really
might just see
interesting.
Cross go check that instead.
It looks like they're taking a look at Agana's Cave, which we haven't seen. I don't even know if any of the runners have checked Agana's Cave, and that's been available since the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, get ready for Pegasus boots.
That would have been cruel. I mean, maybe I missed somebody checking that, because that's something you kind of think about, but it's so out of the way.
I don't know, I generally check it like every run. Like really early.
They did get flute fairly early.
I have so many seeds where it's just like, you'll have something like, you know, boots on in cave or like mitts on morph ball, and you don't check it until like halfway through and you're like, oh.
Yeah. But that's the beauty of co-op, you can really cover a lot of ground. Alright, vanilla big key. Chest. And it's just a small key.
Yeah, nothing too exciting in Turtle Rock yet.
I don't think we found a single of the 5 items that are there, so as you said, I mean, they're gotta be deeper down, like on Laser Bridge and stuff.
Yeah. Laser Bridge.
Or at
you know,
Trinexx himself.
Really sweet.
Yeah. We also get to check Mimic Cave, too, which is nice. It's kind of a 6-item play. It's very lucrative. Looks like Cross is really just focusing on, like, go-moding a bunch of the dungeons that Jet has already done. Which is nice. I mean, he can just clear this and just be done with it. Be rid of it.
Yeah. I'm surprised
Wait
they just
for
haven't even
Jet to get the
bothered touching pod, though. Like, you would have thought that by now one of them would have popped in.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by this, but maybe they think that Jet is ahead with all of the Link to the Past dungeons he's cleared. He just has to go beat Ridley, which Ridley, admittedly, does take a while, so...
Yeah, it's a bit of a detour to get down. I mean, thankfully with the Mystery Mire Warp, it's not that long. Mimic Cave just having some missiles in it. Nothing too exciting.
Yeah, not great.
Big chest, more missiles. Oh boy, I'm ready. I'm ready to see no bow on laser room.
That's... I know you want that pedestal dream. I mean, with every single item check, we're getting that much closer. Ooh, well, here's an opportunity for Giselle to go into Misery Mire, because she does have that Quake, but is going into lower Norfair instead. I guess maybe gonna go pick up that lamp. That kind of makes sense.
Has anyone check it yet? I don't know if we've seen that.
No. I thought Jet did. When he was over in the desert area.
Because Giselle could have checked it just then, but decided
Yeah.
to head straight down to Ridley. Oh, check it with D-Tank. Cheers, Delame. Alright, I mean, we got Laser Bridge coming up. Place your bets, folks. 4 items. Number 1, what do we have?
Yeah, I think there is a map somewhere in here or at Trinexx, so... But 4 of those 5 items are actually items.
Well, here we go. You have a book call out? We haven't seen book yet.
Ooh. We could actually read what's at the pedestal, interestingly.
Alright, the
There's a
first
map.
one's a map, of course.
The Trinexx is gonna have something.
An E-Tank. Alright, 3 more. What container?
Oh, the Sank
We
Heart.
got 2 items left.
Wave beam.
Alright, that's alright actually.
Now we have the full charge plasma wave ice combo available, which is gonna make Mother Brain pretty nice, and it's gonna make Jet's Ridley fight a lot nicer too.
Giselle pulling out the GT kill with only 12 health remaining.
Jeez.
Just gets there. I mean, we have 1 more item left in Total Rock. Will it be the bow? If it's not the bow, we we're gonna have to look around.
It's not much left. I mean, I think there might be pyramid catfish on the table. Maybe?
Yeah, we still haven't seen any teams check those. This run is first team finish.
Yep, both players on the same team must complete both games. And once the second player on that team has completed both games, then that is the team time.
Alright, I mean, the moment of truth. Jet is about to take down Trinexx. Will we find the bow? I'm guessing book. Book right
Oh,
here.
goodness. It's
Oh,
another
it's a bottle!
with a
It's another
P.
P!
That's hilarious. Okay, it's coming down to it, folks.
We're getting super close to the ped seed, believe.
You gotta imagine Jet's thinking about Palace of Darkness now.
Yeah, I mean, pod's gotta be checked pretty soon. Like, yeah, Jet and Cross still have not touched it, so from their point of view, it's pretty likely the bow's in there. We have seen Spike Cave Cyanosis has been checked. And so is Green Pendant.
With all of this time that it's taking, Jet and Cross, I mean, they're doing good checks, but they're not finding the bow. With all this time, Elminster and Giselle are catching up. We got Elm finding the fire rod up in Super Bunny Cave now.
Yeah, so I think Giselle did a pretty comprehensive check of pods, so I don't think bow's gonna be in there.
Right, and it can't be at Helmazor King, obviously, because you need bow to get there.
So it's probably Pyramid or Catfish. I mean, we
So
could
worried
still
for
find
Giselle right now. Look at this health.
What
Oh,
Oh no, that's not good. Giselle with the unfortunate death. I mean, we have Quake. We might see a Misery Maya clear.
Bo can be in Misery Mire. Yes. That is definitely on the table, but Cross and Jet don't have that. It is in Palace of Darkness.
They are gonna find it pretty soon, though.
They are. And that unlocks the pedestal as well.
Yeah, the important part is that it unlocks the pedestal.
Now, I don't think Elm has done... I don't think their team Canadian Cack Attack crew has completed Desert. So they don't actually know that Ice Rod is there. So Elm is coming here without the Ice Rod, and it's gonna have to double back.
Yeah, that's not gonna be too great for him.
Yeah.
That was a pretty fortunate check for Cross finding the Ice Rod early on. Oh, sorry, for Jet.
Looks like Cross is coming down to Crocomire. Finally, their team is heading there now, but nothing too exciting here. Samaria for Giselle. Half magic. I missed that. In pod there.
Yeah, like Cynosis said, Sol, if you do a warp from Link to the Past to Super Metroid, and then you die before saving, it will just respawn you back to the ship. So it can be, like, a pretty big time loss if you die straight after a warp and have to travel all the way back. Giselle missing the first space pirate. Whoops.
With only Bo to go for Team Stoop's product, this is actually pretty interesting how this Palace of Darkness works out, because, like, they're not going to do the Bo side, because they're not going to be looking for Bo there. And they can't get to King Helmasaur, so they can't even use the key to get through that door. So they can be thinking through the logic here and using their keys appropriately to realize, hey, I can check the Harmless Hellway, I can check the Dark Maze, and all of this is in logic, but nothing else is. And so that Quake is actually in logic to unlock the Bow.
Yeah, we are treasure hunting pretty hard right now for the Bow. And there's a pretty good chance that Misery Maya is gonna have to be required this run. We might actually see every dungeon.
Yeah, right now it's looking really good for Misery Mire, but we do have a couple more overworld areas to check.
I guess the only... I mean, yeah, we still have to clear Eastern because there's the Crystal as well, so we are gonna have to clear that too.
Right, but we've done all we can there without the Bow, so... I mean, that's not the answer. That's just something we have to do after the fact.
Yeah, but we might see a full clear on every dungeon. It could happen.
Right.
Which is pretty unfortunate, especially with 2 Dark World dungeons being pendants, but that is how it's... Well, I mean, we'll see. It pretty much comes down to Misery Maya and whether or not the Bow's there.
Well, I think we're getting our last couple checks here from Jet. He's going up to the pyramid, and then we'll see Catfish.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on these last 2 overworld items. Because if they don't turn up with anything, then Misery Maya is where we're heading next.
And, I mean, that'll be good for Jet, I suppose, because he needs to go kill Ridley anyways. So he can kind of...
Yeah, kill 2
do
birds
all
with
of
1
that.
stone.
Yep.
While he's at it.
We've seen the entire Smith chain
Alright,
from Jet already.
Oh. I did not get a good look, but it apparently wasn't anything useful.
No, it wasn't any good. So, I think it was a bomb upgrade. So just gonna peek at Catfish now. Giselle going over to defeat Dragon, and I believe she'll be getting her Bombos Medallion here as well. Looks like Cross is gonna go complete Skull Woods. Oh, maybe not.
I mean, if Elm or Giselle had gone and checked Misery Mire early, they would have actually, like, had some sort of lead over Jet and Cross, but since Elm is checking Total Rock right now, and, you know, he's just gonna have to backtrack out of it anyway to find Ice Rod.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's definitely gonna eat a lot of time, but here we go, Catfish. It looks like Graveyard Ledge has also not been checked, so we're about to find out what that is. But it's Catfish!
Is the bow.
Has the bow, wow.
No pedestal luck this run.
So that is bow mode for Team Stoops product here. Wow, congratulations to them for getting go mode. But the game's not over. They both still have to finish the game to win, but they know what they need to do.
Yep, so Mizumaya is not going to be required. So Jet pretty much only has to clear Pod and Easton, which were blocked by the bow beforehand. And then it's pretty much straight on to Ganon, and I guess he has to do Ridley as well before Other Brain. But Jet is not far off finishing, and cross product is not that far behind him either.
Now, there is a slim chance that they are not in go mode, actually. But that is very slim. It's a 1 in 22 chance that the big key in Ganon's tower is on the torch. So if you're cheering...
That would be so good.
If you are cheering for Team Canadian Cack Attack crew, you probably want that to happen, because...
Show us the pillar key, let's go.
Yeah, and then that's going to be the hunt for those boots, which, again, could be on the pedestal.
Well, my big key guess was going to be 1 anyway, so I'll just hope that they check left side.
Just do like a full left.
Yeah, if they check left and it's 1, then I win in both regards.
You definitely do. But you'll see most teams and players just assume, well, you'll see them assume that they don't need boots. You know, you deal with the problem once you're there. Yeah, because boots could even be inside of Ganon's tower itself.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, like, the odds are so low. Like, you know, 1 in 20...
1 in 22.
23?
22.
So yeah, it's pretty dang unlikely. And like you said, they could even just find boots in Ganon's tower regardless. It's like Giselle might just go for... Oh, not going for the grapple kill on Dragon.
Smart move from Elm there, grabbing the big magic out of Skull Woods in order to be able to advance through the back of Skull Woods. Oh, and we are going to get our grapple kill. Perfect. Or not.
Yeah,
just flailed out of it. Okay.
It's, not for the grapple kill, apparently.
Oh, trying to go for that quick kill. Nice.
Yeah.
Jet using the fire rod to light the way here, since he still doesn't have that lamp. Been doing a great job with all these dark rooms. He's a pro at these dark rooms. He knows what he's doing. He's done them many times.
Yeah, some of the like dark rooms are crazy to do. Like, I can do maybe like 2 sets of dark rooms, and you know these runners like effortlessly get through like pod and misery by a dark, and it's like crazy to watch them do it. Or I guess to not watch them do it, but.
But yeah, we've seen some impressive execution from all of these runners. Make sure you're following them on Twitch because they're playing these randos all the time. You know, just Super Metroid randos, Link to the Past randos, and of course these awesome combo randos. And practicing as a team to get their communication better and just try to understand all the crazy scenarios that can come up. Because I mean, we had some wacky stuff happen in this seed.
Yeah, the early game in this seed was pretty ridiculous. Just like no E-tanks to be seen.
Yeah. And then having Varia at X-Ray, of all places.
Yeah, not a place you think to check early on, especially when you only have like 1 E-tank.
Alright, we are seeing that desert play now from Elminster. Now that they do have a fire source over in desert, they are able to complete it. Knows where some of the items are, because I think Giselle may have popped her head in here, I'm not sure. But meanwhile, we got Jet and Cross just clearing crystal dungeons as fast as they can.
Yeah, I mean, they know they're basically done. They're just trying to get through these as quickly as possible.
Yep, this will be Jet's final Link to the Past dungeon before going up to Ganon's Tower. And I believe Cross needs to finish Eastern and Turtle Rock.
And I mean, the statues with Silver Arrow is pretty challenging, as you can see.
I think Giselle's about to get the Bombos medallion, so that's good progress there towards Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I'm about to find Ice Rod pretty soon as well. Then you can head back to Turtle Rock and quickly clear that.
Yep, probably thinking, hey, this is still on the table, gotta do it. Because then he'll be just 1 item from go mode looking for that bow.
I'm surprised the runners left Pyramid so late. And Catfish for that matter.
It's tricky because, I mean, when you got crystal dungeons to clear, like, it's a tough call. But we are going up to Ganon's Tower now, and there's a fun guessing game that we like to play. I believe we can even start our little game here.
Alright, people, everyone say 1. 1 or 3.
Yeah, we got 22 item locations in Ganon's Tower
right.
where the big key can be, so get your guesses in the chat if you are a supporter of Speed Gaming, subscribing to any of the channels on Speed Gaming, or giving 250 bits or more, then you are eligible to be on our leaderboard as well.
George, please, let's go! Let's go!
So you're saying 1, I'm saying 3 because usually they check the 2 on the right before they head over to the left. So I'm gonna go with a 3 guess. But who knows? We'll see. Is it true go mode for
So
Team
assuming
Stoop's
they do
product?
find Big Key on the pillar, will they clear Ganon's Tower or will they backtrack to Misery? They're gonna just clear Ganon's, right?
Yeah, I think you go through Ganon's Tower. You're already there. It's probably the highest density place you can check at this point.
True. Alright, Jet does right side first, so
We'll see. I mean, if you get a small key, then maybe you go right side. But if you don't get a small key, then you can't really go right side. You can do tile room, but no one wants to do that.
alright, chest 1, people. It is a key. Chest 2 is also a key.
All right, we're going
Looks
right.
like we are going right. Alright, so it's not gonna be... Pillar will not be number 3. Skipping right through tower room.
There are 4 more chests here on the right side. He can elect to go full right, but that's not a very common strategy. More than likely going to mirror after picking up the key on this side. But, I mean, if they do find the big key, then he's set. It's good to go.
Alright, chest 4 is a hot piece. 5 missiles. Oh, that's the book. We found it.
Oh, God.
The red rupee. Alright, I mean, the big key remains elusive.
Yeah, I think that was actually number 6 right there.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I've counted extra.
But looks like he's gonna go back to start, and we're gonna see that torch.
Come on, number 7, let's go. Believe, people.
Lucky number 7 might not be so lucky.
Can we get it?
No, sir.
Not today, not today.
Alright, so things are looking pretty good for Jet and Cross here as they're going through Ganon's tower.
Yeah, Cross still having to clear out Total Rock, what he's doing right now. And then I guess he'll probably move on to Skullwoods.
Ooh, space jump in chest number 11 there. Probably nice for lower norfair for Jet, actually.
And it's number 12. Did we have any winners today? Cynosis got the guess. Congratulations. So I mean, at this point, Jet Cross in 100% certainty go mode. They're going to be clearing out Link to the Past as quickly as they can and then moving over to Super Metroid. I think we'll probably find that they're actually... They should sync up pretty close towards the end because Jet still has to clear Ridley. Like, even though Cross has a couple dungeons left. Jet's probably a little ahead of Cross right now.
I'm not sure. Maybe Cross hasn't done Skull Woods, which would be a bit of a mistake because he's come up here to Turtle Rock. Not sure. So if he hasn't done Skull Woods, then he's gonna have to climb the mountain again. That'll be pretty time-consuming.
Ah, that's true. Apparently, Cross has done Skull.
Okay.
So Anaconda is tying you.
Got this beautiful trinexx fight from Elm here. I've never seen that bomb placement in that Stalfos room in Ice Palace before. That was actually pretty sweet. Busting out silvers against Landmo. Quick and clean fights from both Jet and Elm. Takes down trinexx, so another crystal in his pocket, but still needs to find that bow. Probably thinking about Misery Mire, but there's also those overworld checks. Yeah.
Oh, it's not gonna go well if they end up going Misery Mire first.
Cross playing it safe there, bombosing those pokies. He's got to be
We're about to
really
find out
careful.
We're about to find out where Elm checks. Looks like he is going pyramid. Pyramid and then catfish, same as Jet.
Hopefully not going to pod to pick up Quake.
Oh yeah, I guess
that's
you could do that.
that's what you gotta hope for. Yeah. Oh god.
Oh no, that's the wrong way. Oh, the screen freeze. No, come on, Elm. Why? Oh, that ain't good. That ain't good. He might pick up Quake and then check Pyramid and Catfish.
I mean, that's reasonable
Maybe.
routing, but you know, if you check those first, then you've eliminated the whole need to double dip pod.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Still, it does not bode well.
Looks like Jet is not even checking anything at the top of the tower. Kind of at the end of the game, you can consider checking stuff for your partner, but there's really nothing that they could need at this point. They have charge, they have ice, they have plasma, they have wave. Jet would like swords, but they know where they are, and he knows he's not going to get them, because Cross has butter, and he's just sitting on master.
Yeah, I mean, if the big key's pretty early on, you can do some checks for small keys on the way up, but they found it pretty far in, so Jet knows that they're gonna have enough keys going up the tower.
Exactly. It's just about getting through it as quickly as possible now, because he knows he has to do Ridley and Turian. Alright, so Giselle's coming back, supposedly maybe to go do desert to get
Nice triple on
ice run.
Gets a double afterwards. Really good Aga fight.
Beautiful Aga fight, wow.
Okay, 3 round.
It was the best you could do. I mean, he gave the blue ball in round 2. Really nice trinexx fight from crossproduct as well. And it looks like Elm is making that beeline for that Quake medallion. Oh boy.
Yeah, Cross just clearing Turtle Rock, and we'll be heading to Ganon's Tower himself. So I mean, we have Cross having to clear Ganon's Tower, and Jet has to clear Ridley. And then of course they both have to beat on the brain afterwards.
Yeah, they may actually be really close to each other in time.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty close. I think Jet is still a little ahead, but it should be quite close.
Gets a little slowed down here at Ganon because of that Master Sword in these first couple phases, but looks like he gets a really nice corner pattern right now, so this is huge for him.
Yeah, we definitely want Elm to not go straight to Misery via LMA, or bad things are going to happen.
Yeah, he needs to book it to Pyramid Catfish immediately. Like, that is gonna spell their doom.
Giselle picking up her own ice rod, probably going to head over to Turtle Rock. We could actually see Giselle go for the pyramid check.
Well, Elm mirrored out. He's getting out the flute. Uh-oh.
Jet is a bit dangerously low on health here. Although we did get to the last phase, so it should be alright.
Oh no, Giselle is going.
Uh-oh.
Presumably from. Oh no, going to lower north. Okay. Go to
Okay,
lower
that's
north
alright.
here.
Yeah, clearing
That's
Ridley.
fine.
Okay, okay. Oh no, but Elm's not.
He is absolutely going to Misery Mire right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
Oh, we're not?
No, maybe not. Also going to Ridley?
Missed something?
GT? Is he getting...
I think he just went to the wrong place.
Going back.
Or something.
want-
That does save your progress. Maybe that's why he did it.
Oh, Yeah, that makes
when you
sense.
transition
So
games.
he is doing
But
it
nice,
now. Oh,
nice
God.
Ganon fight for Jet. So
Yeah,
single
cutting it
G in the
close.
chat
Get
for
those
Jet
G's
here.
out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still
Elm.
not done though.
Oh, Elm.
I do not like Giselle's health here.
Yeah, this is gonna be really close. Come on,
Almost
Giselle.
dead.
Oh,
Got him.
Oh, wow. That's the second fight she's had. It's been ridiculously tight.
That'll ensure the health bomb here. But still pretty low health for lower norfair. Jet having found space jump in Ganon's tower is going to actually have a lot easier of a time getting through here, too.
Yeah, it should be pretty simple to get through low and north with space jump, as intended.
Yep. And can actually go grab Ice Beam before Ridley if he wants, because it's right over at Firefly.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really that far out of the way. It's definitely worth the small detour.
Absolutely 100% worth getting for Metroid rooms, and if you're not comfortable with the speed boosters appetite glitch and stuff.
Traveling less than like 10-15 seconds out of the way, then you're definitely going to save a bit of time.
Oh yeah.
The power bombs are real slow.
Cross having a little trouble there on Landmo 2, but he's got a couple worms down. Elm trucking along here in Misery Mire. Maybe he'll find Boots. Maybe he'll live the dream here.
Oh no, Giselle, no!
Oh.
Oh, the death to the lava. Oh, that's rough. Back in Kraid Syria has to redo GT. Oh, I guess she doesn't have to redo GT.
Well, the thing about GT is you need to beat GT in order to charge up your Shine Spark.
Right. Wait,
So
but doesn't she have screw attack? She has screw, right?
we have screw attack, but you can't actually get out of the screw attack room unless you have space jump, yeah, or bombs, or space jump, or I guess. Well, they have spring ball, so technically they can do that, but that's not in the logic.
Oh, you can spring jump. Oh yeah, you can spring jump.
You can spring ball jump
That's
out
like
of there.
off the wall, right?
Yep, you have to wall jump off the wall and then spring ball jump. It's a bit tricky.
Yeah, I mean, presumably she does not know how to do that. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't have fought GT just then.
Right. So Elm did pick up a piece of heart in the Misery Mire vanilla big key chest. So that's exciting. Cross is checking some items here at the end.
Yeah, I think he's just grabbing them on the way up, right? Yeah.
Yep. I think he's trying to look for some like health refills.
Ah, yeah.
Because his health's pretty low.
It's gonna be really close between Cross and Jet for the finish.
Definitely.
Especially if Jet picks up Ice Beam. Oh no, Cross getting hit by Moldor and immediately out the gate. No magic powder for the fairies either. He's gonna have to swig his red potion.
2 pieces of heart in Misery Mire. Elm says no to beating Vitreous, which is the right answer. Let's hope he goes to Catfish.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate detour, so hopefully we do a quick check. He's going to Death Mountain.
Presumably
not where he wants to be.
Spike Cave, maybe?
Yeah, possibly. Find the supers in there.
Catfish is one of those things you really just don't want to check.
Yeah.
It's one of those out-of-the-way things. You're walking there. It's nasty.
I feel like Pyramid as well is just super easy to forget. You know, you're thinking about all the places on the map and you're like, Pyramid kind of just like is you know, it's in the middle. There's like nothing actually related to it other than the final boss. You can just
Right.
sometimes.
I mean, there is Pyramid Fairy, but that's not on the table now because of Pod being Crystal 6. And I want to say Giselle already checked Pyramid 2, maybe? Like, before she went to Pod. So, like, that makes Catfish even worse of a check.
Yeah.
More isolated. Ouch!
Oh, and Giselle takes another death. Yeah, she is really struggling with the low norfair here. Grabbing the supers from Spike Cave, not what he's looking for. And I mean, Jet climbing out of norfair, meanwhile Cross about to fight Ganon. Like, they are basically neck and neck.
Yeah, this is gonna be close. Jet just picking up his ice beam there.
Yeah, does grab the ice beam. So we'll probably see him do a warp back through Link to the Past, right? From norfair back to Criteria.
That is the most efficient route. It's just that you have to go backwards through the amphitheater, which is filled with acid, and then you also have to get a green gate glitch on the way back. And with 4 super missiles, that's a bit risky, but we'll see him if he can pull it off.
It's not faster than going up through the speedway.
Oh, I guess you can do it vanilla as well. I mean, I guess he could just go. Oh, he's getting his.
Planted?
Is he getting lamp? No. It's like at this point you've already beat Link to the Past. I don't think you need the lamp.
Elm grabbing whatever's in the, I guess he's doing his mirror checks now.
Yeah, I don't think they did this Smith chain.
I mean, unfortunately, just the reserve tank, he's not gonna find much.
Jet's gotta clutch this out. Oh!
Oh, at the last super as well.
His...
Oh, they go through the lower norfair portal.
Right. This is the fastest way to get back to Link to the Past. And look at this! Cross has defeated Ganon. Jet is... It's
they're literally
neck and neck.
Right here.
He should just walk. No, he should have walked right back into that norfair portal and reset. That would have been his best bet.
Yeah.
Cross doing that play where he's
Jet
resetting.
Is like not even half a minute behind Cross right now.
Oh, he reset too. Okay, I guess it's fine because he saved and quit. All right, but he needs to like refill his stuff, I think.
Yeah. Still, only about 30 seconds difference between them.
That is some gorgeous planning because in this, like, you want to finish basically at the same time. That's the way this works when it's your team finish time when you both have to finish. So this is really great sync.
Yeah, I mean, can we expect either of these runners to attempt baby skip?
They may attempt it, but I don't think Jet has practiced. I don't think Jet is very familiar with baby skip, but I think Cross has practiced it before.
I mean, thankfully it's pretty free to attempt.
Right. I do want to say that it's exciting to see Giselle actually get through Amphitheater healthfully.
Yeah, is making her way down the Ridley right now.
Yeah, I think she wants that ice beam, which is a fair play. I would definitely be saving before Ridley here with all these key hunters and stuff in the way. This place is no joke. Lower norfair.
Yeah, pretty brutal. Especially if you're coming in here with no screw attack, like the key hunters, there's like a lot of enemies in here that just deal a absolute, like, you know, walloping amount of damage.
Yep.
Oh, Giselle stuck in the dark room though.
That's a little tricky to get out of. With speed booster and high jump, you can just, I believe, just do a running jump off that platform.
She's struggling with this wall jump.
And I think Elm has committed to the pedestal at this point, so we're probably gonna see a pedestal pull.
Okay.
He didn't beat Mire though, which is super weird. So like he's beating Swamp now, which gets them no items because Giselle already checked it.
Yeah. Giselle still struggling with this wall jump.
Looks like we're gonna see a speed booster Zeb glitch from
Oh,
Cross.
the power bomb to light the
Oh.
room though.
Never mind.
The strats.
Got this Zebetite glitch. Very nice.
Oh, you can get out of there.
There it is!
She makes it.
You just have to get around this claw. The power bomb strats are too strong.
Alright, it's gonna be a lot of farming for Ridley, but that's alright. Better than another death.
Better than another death of getting stuck. It's just... You just gotta clutch it out through this key hunter room. These things do a lot of damage. But we have screw attack, so should be able to do it.
Jet right on Cross's tail.
Yep, you get 20 of these charged plasma wave ice shots in, and Mother Brain 2 goes down. Both of these players actually have the ability to do the stand-up glitch too, which can save a good bit of time. Looks like Cross is elected not to do the stand-up glitch. So this is Jet's chance to pull ahead!
Believe God, Jet! Alright, dude, you got this. Let's see it. Giselle creeping her way towards Ridley. Very low on health. Meanwhile, Elm going back to Maya. You are correct. He's going for the ped pull. Oh, Giselle stuck with the Ripper. Okay. Manages to.
Oh!
Oh, and runs into the next one.
Oh, the side hoppers do so much damage.
Not going well for Giselle right now.
Jet did not have enough energy to stand up, so he's having a little trouble here.
Sorry, Cross might save the animals and give Jet the time needed.
Maybe they'll finish at the exact same time. That would be pretty amazing.
Start and end of the cutscene.
These guys will be ending with a very good time. These combined randomizer seeds can... Oh yeah, it's gonna be something like 247-ish, 246, 247.
247 by the looks. The bow is at Catfish. HGA.
It's crazy because Catfish was available like right out of the gate once they got to the Dark World.
Yeah, I know, right? They could have gotten the bow so early on.
Alright, Giselle's through Wasteland Room. Cross starting the escape sequence. Jet's stuck in the cutscene for now. Looks like crossproduct will be the first one to finish here. Will animals be saved?
What do we reckon, people? Will Cross have the heart to save the animals? Looks like Giselle's really struggling from this save point to get to Ridley.
It sucks because you're starting with such low health too. I mean, you're starting with 79 health every time. She can do a crystal flash, but the power bomb count is just so low right now. She would have to go back up and farm the fire fleas. I mean, that would work. It's something she could do.
Yeah, none of the runners we have yet to find mothball bombs.
All right, and that is time for crossproduct. He is finished with an official time of 2 hours, 45 minutes, and 58 seconds. GG to crossproduct, but it's not over yet. His partner does have to finish to get their official team time. So we are going to wait with bated breath to see when Jet finishes up here. Elm, about to meme that pedestal pull, or maybe assume that that is what is required, and unfortunately that is not the answer.
I hope it's something good. I hope it's at least like bombs or Pegasus boots. Like, I really hope that it isn't just like 20 rupees.
Alright, and will Jet save the animals? It's not looking like it.
The monster.
Well, if you're the second to finish on your team, and your opponent snipe you while you're saving the animals, it's gonna feel bad, but he's done. GG Jet082. He's gonna finish in second place in this race with an official time of 2 hours, 47 minutes, and 13 seconds. So congratulations to Team Stoops product. They are gonna take the win in this round 1 match again against Team Canadian Cack Attack crew, ElminsterRTA and Gesellschaft. So,
congrats.
Man, what a great race, and what a great sync between the two of them to end within about a minute of each other, a minute and a half.
Only a minute difference. A great seed as well. One key item stumping both teams, and being in like a not very locked position. Both teams had access to the bows super early in the run, or only about an hour in. And it was the last key item that they found. Alright, Elm is pulling the pedestal, people. The moment of truth.
The moment of truth. Got him!
Missile back! Go mode, let's go.
You can just shoot a missile at that statue in Pod and at the Igors, and they'll just go away, right?
Some kind of flying bomb.
That is what the text is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, congratulations to all the runners. It was a great race. Elm, looks like he's finally...
No, he's in the light world. He's going to check Zora. But not Catfish. Oh,
I never checked Zora. Oh, no. When are they gonna find it?
This is so brutal.
I think they've checked every single item except Catfish at this point.
Sounds right. It sounds right.
I can't believe it. Oh, this is classic randomizer luck. You know, the last key item that you need is always the last item that you check. I can't believe this. Yeah,
that's just really unfortunate.
He could have. You're right here, Taka. You know what? They might think that they've already checked catfish, or they might have just forgotten about it. But you're right. They could have checked both of them at the same time. Picks up his red rupee, the 480 rupee trade. I mean, Elm is probably bewildered at this point. Thinking to himself, where could the bow be? He's headed back to Super Metroid. Looks like he might just clear SM. He's checking that no one checked the power bombs either.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, this could be...
Everything but catfish. Just
Yeah,
literally everything.
Hey, what's up, guys? Congratulations.
Hey, thanks. GG.
GG, guys. Great run, and I have to say, you guys did an awesome job of syncing up at the end.
Yeah, so I was gonna catch up to him, and then I got catch-upped.
Was gonna catch up, but got catch up.
That's true. Man, I was like 20 health short. I'm like, I was an idiot, or I would have done stand-up. It would have been fine. And
yeah, Jet was setting up for a glitch that would have caught him up on Mother Brain 3, but it requires 700 health, so he took too much damage from the catch-up beam.
Elm is currently looking at the map. They have not found catfish yet for the bow.
yeah, so I just pulled up the restream, and I'm like, what the heck? Because I figured they were like right there.
Yeah, when we were
waiting for
in
the
go
dot
mode,
done.
I said, we're in go mode, Elm's gonna finish in the next 10 minutes. Let's hope we can beat Gazelle. That was like...
Both of them are on map right now, just trying to figure out what item they've missed.
And it's a pain. Like, it's so out of the way. And I feel like, especially in combo rando, it's easy to forget about it because you have so much else to look at.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when we saw Elm go do Misery before checking Catfish, that was like the ouch moment right there.
Wait, they found
You
Quake?
guys- Yeah,
It
they
was
found
in
Quake
pod.
like way before you as well. Like Giselle did a really early pod.
Oh, it was in pot. It was the big chest, wasn't it?
It was the chest before the big chest, I think.
Oh.
Oh, so I had it and I didn't know?
Yeah, I think you had.
oh yeah, he never picked up lamp. He
I
never,
never
gets
picked up
lamp
the
in-
lamp, so holy crap, I never checked to see if I had Quake.
Ah, there we go.
That's why you didn't know if Helmasaur had an item.
I mean, so the thing is with the key logic, though, because we had Hammer, we didn't have enough keys to go into the back anyway, so it didn't matter what I found in the back. I was basically just looking for the big key.
No, but I think the dark maze was still in logic.
No, because you can waste a small key. I only had one small key,
No.
and you can...
There was no opportunity to waste a small key in that dungeon.
No,
because
because you needed an arrow to get past. That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well,
Because
it's
we
a
were
good
supposed to have
thing.
gotten Poe already.
Yeah, it's a good thing I sort of misthought that, because otherwise I would have been like, oh, Quake, let's go there.
Let's go check Maya. Wait.
Yeah, I actually didn't even realize I picked it up. I never even looked to see if that was the item I picked up.
Nah, but yeah, like the seed was pretty interesting to start out. Like there were no energy tanks or reserves.
Yeah, it was brutal for
it was
as far as
brutal.
early Super Metroid. And the Moon Pearl was like in the worst spot it could be.
Right? The trippers? Oh, man.
Maria
I'm
has the
really...
X-ray as well, off like the 1E tag.
I'm upset at my Super Metroid death. To the mini Kraid, like, who does that? I didn't know, like, I'm like, Plasma, no problem, and apparently it takes more than 2 hit or 1 hit.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
it's a bit
definitely
tanky,
takes
though.
2.
That hurts so much, because then I had to backtrack for Grapple, which we needed to go do the X-ray scope for,
Varia.
Varia, yeah.
Yeah, things are in such weird locations.
Sorry, Wild. Disappoint.
But yeah, overall, like the run was like really good, guys.
Yeah,
We
it looked
were,
like you guys had some really good teamwork.
Yeah,
Just
we
kinda
were
going back.
talking, like, when we were getting close to go mode, I'm like, I'm looking at my situation, I had like 4 crystals, and I'm like, I think Cross only has 1. And
Yeah.
since I knew we had so little to do, It was like right before I did Turtle Rock. I'm like, Cross, you need to just catch up right now because you're currently behind, and I need to check stuff.
You know what I thought was really funny was, I think the absolute last two places we had to check, Graveyard Ledge and Catfish, and I had just equipped the mirror. Like I just unpaused with
and
the
you
mirror.
just walked right through. It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you guys checked Desert Palace before Turtle Rock for the Ice Rod, which is something that the other team did not do. So that threw a bunch of
I mean, I was just clearing stuff. I wanted to see if we needed boots. Of course, we were still missing bow and other items. Yeah, Ice Rod at the time, and it's like...
It's a good gamble, though. So many items in Turtle Rock, and none of them except trinexx are blocked by that Ice Rod.
Yeah, I mean, like, Laser Bridge was super disappointing this run.
Are you kidding me? Wave Beam and Sandcar? Dude, that Sandcar was right when I needed it.
He needed it, I heard. He was like, yeah, Sandcar.
I had one heart in, like, the entire second floor of Turtle Rock.
But
So
I'm kind of curious about like the early game,
Oh my gosh.
and the lack of
I was on tilt.
tanks. Like, how do you prepare yourself for such?
I make
like,
Cross do
crazy-
everything.
Yeah. Well, I kind of have a minimum threshold for Fantoon. I basically, if I've got like, I want to have maybe 3 tanks or 1 tank and a suit for Fantoon. So I think I had Varia 2 tanks, and then there was a 3rd tank on Moat. So I was fine on Fantoon. I had a crappy, like, I was so close to getting a 3-round there. I got my Doppler in. I've counted in my last round I needed 5 missiles and a super. So I got my Doppel in for the super missile. But I selected the super missile, but kind of missed the Y button, so which is what I use for shoot. But it's alright, I got him back in round 4.
Today, I learned how important 1E tank is in the grand scheme of things.
We had one person picked up the early tank, and like that was it. Everyone else was going through like all the early games with Metroid up to 0. It was just like crazy to watch you guys like route energy, and there were so many like close calls where like a bunch of you guys got to like less than like 20 life, and it was like, you know, is he gonna die? What's gonna happen here?
I mean, I was slightly tilted after that death, and then I'm like, I just need E tanks, but like, then there's swords and other things that are behind things. I'm like,
yeah, you ended up needing that sword on Gauntlet because you.
Of course, well, it was the best sword for me to get, and I had the Master Sword because everything else was out of the way. It was like, what, Main Street Missiles and Croc? Like, I ain't doing that. Master Sword, let's go. And Lamp, forget Lamp. We've been practicing a while, and we've had so many situations where Cross finds Lamp, and because I have Fire Out, I'm like, oh well, guess I'm doing Lampless.
Yeah, we had Lamp at GT missiles once. I just kind of like on a whim, I was like, I've space jump. GT missiles is in logic. I'm gonna actually go, enter into lower norfair, go to the left, and just YOLO it. And it was Lamp, and I was so happy. But Jet didn't get it.
Well, it's still fairly time consuming, and I mean, finding Lamp at Mickey Mouse is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Even in lower norfair.
By the way, if you don't have screw attack or regular bombs or spring ball, Mickey Mouse sucks.
Sure did. Elm actually managed to get the crumble jumps there, which was really impressive. And
I actually thought about picking up Lamp, even though I already beat Link to the Past. I'm like, I should just hop in for the memes, get Lamp, even though I'm never going back. But I also felt like they were gonna finish, like they were like right there.
Yeah, I mean, Elm and Gazelle are both superb players, and we thought, I mean, Gazelle's a little new to Super Metroid, but she's such an amazing gamer overall. I was really scared. And I know her Link to the Past is on point, so I honestly, like, I was a little scared coming into this matchup.
They were definitely making some plays. Like, they were doing well early on.
I think they got a little trolled by the bow at Catfish. It would have been a completely different race, because they definitely both have the execution to put us down.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching the restream and, like, seeing, like, how far behind we were until Bo or whatever it was. Like,
think
I know
you
it's
guys
hard
were
to tell in a
still-
2v2.
Yeah, it is. Like, I think you guys were still like a little ahead at Bo, and then they just never found. Like, they're still like they're just searching through Symmetra.
They are currently looking for it.
Yeah, if they had found Bo like in like the same sequence of events that you guys did, they probably would have been like 5 minutes behind you guys roundabouts.
Okay.
Take a guess.
We also have Giselle with a very low health save before Ridley, and that's been causing some trouble here.
I had a low health save.
Oh, that's
before
what
Ridley.
she's trying to do.
I think I was in like the tower with the 3 key hunters right before that save point, and I freaking like I hitboxed one of the key hunters with plasma beam, and I was just like, that was too risky. That was really stupid of me to do, but I mean,
Is that when you're on like 50 health and you were like leaving?
I think I had like 40 health in a reserve tank and no idea how much was in that reserve tank. I ended up getting hit by a Tuskegee in the next room anyway, which does the same amount of damage, so it would have been fine.
Yeah, we definitely had someone leaving lower norfair, get hit by the key hunter, drop through 50 HP, no reserves, and then
That was Elm. That was Elm.
Oh, it was Elm. Yeah,
He
she
These guys are
really
brutal.
clutched out 3 Musketeers. It was nuts. Like,
I didn't even do 3 Musketeers, did I?
you did. You did
Oh, I
very
did.
slowly.
Oh, that's right. I even like, if you notice, I made sure to like, I was shooting up halfway through the block and
Yep.
facing the direction I needed to run away, because those little buggers, they can fall in that one tile slot. It's rare, but it can happen.
Yeah.
I was
They
ready. I
can.
was like,
Like, so, oh, because you were
No
checking
good.
items. That's why you went that way.
yeah. Well, I was headed toward the lower Norfair portal at that point. I think it was I did Ridley, and then I did Ridley first. Then went to Thieves Town for speed booster so that I could do Maridia.
Man, she has
How
screw
long?
attack.
How long was I AFK during Shack Tool?
Well, was it already like fully? Like, where was he when you came
He was
back?
like on the ceiling, maybe like 10 tiles from the door when I got back.
Okay.
You got to route in your bathroom breaks in these too.
Shack tool break. Let's go.
It's funny that I feel like Super Metroid has the longest cutscenes, despite being a fast-paced game.
Despite like not having cutscenes.
It's like you get like the not really. I guess the
Yeah,
menu
it
and
has
everything.
the ending one.
Yeah. In Bowling Room, like who puts that in?
Yeah, you're right. Now that you
I was tempted to go during Bowling Room, but I think we were like 45 minutes in, and I'm like, well, I'll wait till the next one.
Yeah, I definitely learned what Gesell's doing the hard way because I remember doing a save with like low health before at Ridley, and I'm like, it just.
Does she
doesn't
hit
work
enough
out.
to Crystal Flash? She might do better farming power bombs off of the little Dragon Ball thingies and doing a Crystal Flash. But then she has to get her super missiles back up for Ridley. Well, she has Charge Beam.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like Team Canadian Cack Attack crew has decided to forfeit the race here, and we'll see if we can get them in for an interview if they want to chat about it as well.
Alright, well, GG to all the runners then. Unfortunately, been unlucky on Elminster's side, but...
While it's on my mind, I have to say, I love the trackers and I really appreciate them, and they do an amazing job. And I am sorry for all of my resets where you had to go and untick my items.
Right.
I apologize. It was the fastest way to check right sandpit and Shack Tool. I had to reset, and I apologize. I know that's a nightmare for trackers, and you guys do a great job.
Yeah, it looks like we're just getting the other two runners in for a quick interview, guys. Should have been on. There we are.
And here we are with ElminsterRTA and Gesellschaft. GG's, guys.
GG's.
GG.
Oh,
Yeah.
GG Elminzel.
Elminzel.
Did you guys?
I say
Has anyone
GG.
told you where the bow was?
Where was the bow?
The bow was at Catfish.
No way! Are you kidding? How did we? Oh my god! We were even talking about riding Catfish into Zora, and then the first thing I think is like, oh wait, I pulled Pedestal. Wait, I forgot Zora, and then oh yeah.
We
We were
saw
talking
you
about
walk
that
to
early
Zora,
on.
and we were like, "What is happening?" 'Cause I guess they've forgotten about.
We
this.
had 2 tree pulls worth red rupees, and I kind of used that to get an early check on Zora, which sucked, but
Yeah. The
Yeah.
trade.
Part of it was like we talked about certain things, but then other stuff comes up, right? And then you kind of put it off in the back of your mind. Like I was passively farming rupees for Zora, because that was always there. But then just got to the point where like I was just falling behind. So I'm like, okay, I just need to like push items and areas. So I got pulled away from it, and of course, everything kind of ends up adding up in that regard.
yeah, that's a really tough thing. I remember a practice we had where Titan's Mitts was in Escape Darkroom, and I think one of us was close to it, and we're gonna get it. Then we found so much other stuff that we had so much else to do, and then we just completely forgot. But yeah, that can definitely happen in these combo randos, and I don't know, maybe it's even a more common in a co-op thing where you're pressing to find new stuff to tell your partner, even more than in a single player setting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
you're focused on like skipping stuff that you know you don't need to get, so holes end up popping out. It's like Swiss cheese.
a big part of it too is that I've never actually done co-op before, and Super Metroid is not my forte. I've just haven't been able to put in the time that I've wanted to, and so it's kind of like for me, it's like okay, well, like I knew it was gonna be like a little bit rough, but from here on forward, like I'm feeling a lot better and more.
I gotta say though,
encouraged.
Gesellschaft wins because you're on Celeste, so like she just automatically wins.
That was, oh my goodness, I do and don't want to talk about it. I love that game, and I want to push for a very, very top time in that game at one point, but just, yeah, the timing of everything just made it really hard to put the focus in that I wanted to for this tournament. Now I can certainly do that a lot more, so I knew it late against you two is going to be, a bit of a tall order here, but it's all for learning. Like a lot of it too is just learning and familiarizing and whatnot. Again, like Super Metroid is kind of the weak spot, and then I think the Seed too, like it felt kind of rude at times.
Oh,
This seed was not.
This
This seed
yeah.
was not.
It
Tell
is
us-
Super Metroid against you.
Tell
like,
us about that early game with one E-tank.
One E-tank.
Yeah. Like the plan is like, okay, like A Link to the Past, like I'm super proficient, like comfortable with that, like fighter sword 4 heart mothula, like I don't care, like I'll do it, and it's like can I explore A Link to the Past yet? Like oh,
Yeah, for me it was like,
I was
okay,
there.
Felt the
yeah.
same way.
I was
I
like,
was
I'm gonna
like,
do
oh,
as
this-
much.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Like I'm gonna do as much SM as I can to like get through the checks faster, so I can pretty much point her to where the stuff in SM is, and I guess have her ignore the other stuff. But then it's like, okay, early game progression, we've got Varia at X-Ray, and I was just like, okay, I feel like this might be a problem, but it's just like grapple across X-Ray room, like it's not that
yeah,
difficult.
it seems easy, but I've gotten grabbed by yapping maws there more than I'd like to admit. I didn't have any E-tanks. I hadn't even gone the gauntlet yet. But
Or
yeah,
in the
that
front
can
of
be a tough one.
Escape it was really crazy because Giselle, you were the only one with an E-tank in Super Metroid. For the longest time, you were the only one.
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like so I saw Varia at X-Ray, and I was just like, okay, you have to go to X-Ray, and so like the plan there was, okay, I'm going to take Varia and I'm going to go and check norfair stuff, and I'm gonna have her get Varia. Varia's gonna help her survive wreck ship a bit more. She has the E-tank, I don't, so like maybe that'll help her with Vantoon. charge plasma, you know, not too bad. And then so I go to norfair, and I find gravity, and then I find hammer, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, she wants to come here. This is gonna be rough.
It's pretty funny because like we're in the call and we're going through, and he's like, oh, okay, a sword. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not too worried about a sword. And it's like a little bit later, it's like, oh wow, okay, a sword. I'm like, oh, this is too like, oh, okay. And it's like, it's good to know 2 swords. You know, I don't need a sword for a long time. I'll be fine. It's like, oh my goodness, a sword. It's like, oh, okay, so the three swords, and it's like,
all 4
okay,
swords are in
all
Super
4
Metroid.
swords are in Super Metroid. I'm like, okay, great. So where do I go? And just like every little thing, and say, okay, Varia. I'm like, okay, so you got Varia. It's like, okay, gravity.
Yeah, we actually
And then,
had
like-
pretty. Yeah, go ahead.
Like I was gonna have a split up in like me go norfair and her go wreck ship, because I showed her like a lot of stuff in wreck ship already.
Yeah.
But then Moon Pearl, I found Moon Pearl at the Tripper location in the sky, and I was just like,
That's the
hey,
worst.
remember all that fun we had with Trippers the other day? Yeah, we actually have to do this. This is forced.
At least we had high jump boots, so we could skip half of it.
I know,
Yeah, I
but then it's like she needs Moon Pearl in particular to take the heavy load of Link to the Past, which I was gonna have her do. So it's like, okay, well, you have to do this and this and this and this in Super Metroid before you can do anything. So like, have fun.
Yeah,
Warfare
and then-
Reserve. Ugh. As well.
We had a really interesting moment with UL, like, because when you were the first person to get charge beam, and your stream's been like a little has like paused for like really like small amounts of time at random points from the stream. So you like get the power bomb, and then you blow out the wall, and then the stream freezes, and then we don't see what the item you collected.
Oh.
So like way later in the run, you like go into GT, and we're like, what is he doing? He's got like no ammo here. And then you just start firing charge plasmas at it, and we're like, where did that
Wow,
come
so
from?
he picked up charge beam way ahead of me then.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
do wreck ship
I'm gonna
later,
wait
or
for
did
it.
I just do wreck ship really slowly?
No, Elm definitely picked it up like way earlier. than
Elm was
everyone
doing a lot of good checks and was getting a lot of value for Team Canadian Cack Attack crew. So they had an edge for a little while, I would say, on the information and the items. I mean, I think you guys were both, you know, flying through
else. Yeah, definitely.
early on.
I think we did really well in terms of like getting our respective checks that we were good at done, and then like I guess halfway through the seed when she was starting to struggle more with like, I knew she had Dragon or Ridley ahead of her and that she's gonna have trouble with those probably. So I was just like, okay, so you need to finish in a timely manner compared to me. So like, you go work on your go mode stuff, and I'll start doing the like mire checks and stuff.
Yeah, you got that pedestal pull for us. Thanks for that.
I was rooting for the pedestal pulls. Thank you for leaving that out for me.
Oh my god.
I was
kinda-
so hoping Bo would be on bed, but alas, it was not.
Going into it, I knew it was going to be a rough one because I've never not activated my timer ever for a round or otherwise. It's the one time I've never activated my timer. So it's like, I don't know, kind of fitting, but something with a hiccup as well in general. Just like a fun little side thing for that. There's something else I was going to say, and I'm completely blanking. Oh, just in regards to the Moon Pearl, like with the trippers and whatnot, like at first it was fine, but then I screwed it up, and then I just had a ton of pains with it, and it's like, wow, great, like I basically got it first try, and then I threw it away, and then it took me forever. So it's kind of unfortunate there, and I was just like, just fed up.
I'm surprised you didn't do any dot times if you didn't have to. I guess you have a partner with a timer, but like, do you ever do weekly races and like every 10 minutes someone types dot time and you're like, someone finished? Oh.
Oh yeah, or it's like, oh, so they're in go mode now, or so that's when I got the Moon Pearl, or you know, just reading into the dot time. But yeah, just I don't know, I just didn't think to start the timer for whatever reason. It's a lot to focus on.
So like when I do Super Metroid rando races, Ponk, I notice a lot of the times he will dot time when he's at Golden 4, and it really, really annoys me because every single time I know exactly what it means.
But seriously, you guys still had like a great race. I mean, it's unfortunate that you missed out on that bow, and didn't get there, but it
That
was
would've
still
changed
really
a
entertaining
lot.
and fun.
Yeah, that would have changed a lot, like, or at least made some things a lot more straightforward. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. I mean, that's Rando, right?
Yeah, it was definitely a great race to watch, guys. Like, GG's all around. It was really fun.
Yeah, I think we did pretty well for what we had to work with. Like, kind of the start of the seed wasn't great for us. It was like too SM heavy for us to work well with it, but yeah.
But I mean, it's not over, right? This is double elimination, so you have
Double
a chance for
elimination.
redemption. Dang.
Double yeah. No, it's really good though, because going into it, like, I'm just also kind of banking on that, like, okay, well, you know, even if things don't go too good with this match, like, there is another match, and the more time I get, the more I can catch up, and then just as a unit, we get a lot stronger, because, again, like, I was coming from this last tournament, there's Oracle Seasons tournament, I didn't join, like, overworld glitches or anything like that, because, like, there's too much rando tournaments, like, there's too much going on, so, like,
Too much.
I've had to, just like, anyways, long story short, diverting focus, but with Celeste over, because the way it went and everything, it's like, okay, like, now it's gonna be much more crunch time, so, because lucky, no, but, it was good. I have some things that, you know, I can really work with, and more experience is more experience, so it's all beneficial, all for fun.
Yeah, and it sounds like you have a pretty good partner to help you out along
Oh,
the way.
absolutely. Like, his arms are, like, from all the carry. Like, I don't even...
I told Gazelle right before the race, I said, I know Gazelle's like huge into fighting games, and she's huge into studying her opponent and kind of getting in their heads. I told her before the race, I said, my strategy was I'm going to practice as little as possible so you don't have any tapes to touch to get into my head.
Yeah.
And she's like, my strategy is to let Elm carry.
I mean, the mental warfare was already very strong at the beginning.
All I said was good luck.
Oh, yeah.
It means so much, though.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck.
Good luck. That's the Star Fox. Good luck. Good
Yeah,
luck.
and then That was really good, actually.
Link Forth has made taking some artistic liberties with the track as well.
Yeah, we got each of your initials up on screen, but I guess that's probably meaning that we should wrap things up here.
Yeah.
When even the tracker's like, I'm playing with the tracker.
Wait, I can dot unforfeit, right? Like, that's still allowed, like...
We told you where the bow was. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, okay, well...
Well, it's not like it could have been anywhere else, right?
You definitely checked everything else.
Wait, what were you asking about?
Oh, I was making a joke about dot unforfeit, so we could keep the shenanigans going, and then Ali astutely pointed out that we got spoiled, so there's really nothing, even as a joke, it wouldn't be possible. So
Yeah.
he is smart, and that is correct.
Well, he had a lot of fun though.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to another race from you, and we look forward to Cross and Jet moving on into the next stage as well.
We might be up against you next week, you and Wild. Team Aluconda.
Wait, no, no.
I don't know of such a name that exists in this tournament, so I guess we won't be meeting.
Well, actually, 'cause it's a bracket format, so
The commentator
you're the
said
bottom of the
Team
bracket.
Aluconda. It's canon.
It's canon now.
I can see it now. Team Aluconda versus Cross Seed.
Cross seed.
Stoops Jet. Yeah. Stoops. Alright.
Alright, cool. Well, thanks to all the runners and the trackers for that matter. You guys all did a great job. Cheers to co-commentator Alucard thanks for having me as well, guys.
Yeah, it was a blast, Noe. Thank you so much for joining as well, and we'll see you guys next mission.
Yeah, catch you around.
See ya.
Thank you all.